Wrong. Welcome, everybody. We're on our social media sites. Getting ready to come on the radio. Got the intro going. Getting dialed up early this morning. Sometimes you turn your back to the wind. There's a world outside every darkened door. The blues won't haunt you anymore. Where the brave are free and lovers soar. Come ride with me to the distant shore. He won't hesitate to break down a garden gate. There's not much time left today.
Life is a highway. I don't think I did that right.
Probably not.
Thanks so much for joining us here on the Automotive Ed Radio Show, the show that's going to help you with all your automotive needs, whether you're buying, selling, trading, leasing, parts, service, or body shop. We have you covered. I want to thank everybody for joining us each and every Saturday. Next Saturday, we are going to go ahead and let everybody know next Saturday we're celebrating 22 years on air. And we are putting together a really cool show. Got a lot of people that we're going to have joining us during the show. And so hopefully you'll be joining us. We'll be out at El Dorado Chevrolet, 9-time Chevy Dealer of the Year tomorrow. I mean, next Saturday, not tomorrow. So tomorrow is Sunday. But anyway, put that on your calendar. We're going to have a lot of fun. We got some giveaways for our 22nd year on air. And I can't thank a lot of the sponsors enough, especially Driver's Edge Auto Repair has been with us for a total of 22 years. I mean, from inception, when Mike Daniels owned the company, they've been with us the entire time. And always incredible to look back and go, wow, those guys signed with me 22 years ago, and they're still with us. Gonna like it. So thank you to Driver's Edge Auto Repair. All the great sponsors, we'll be rolling through them. Most of the sponsors, when you look at Grapevine Ford celebrating 10 years with us, El Dorado Chevrolet 10 years with us, and I just go down the list here. And people have been with us many, many, many years. This hasn't been a short-term relationship, been a long-term relationship. So thanks to all the great sponsors, and we look forward to many more years till the good Lord calls me home, helping you with your automotive needs. And we're going to get things started. Joining me, as always, the man, the myth, the legend. I'm trying to think, remember. Oh, Big Wheel Bo Carly.
Yeah, I've endured 7 years, so thanks for y'all's prayers and support.
How'd you get to 7?
It's been a while, brother.
Really?
I know it's been lovely, hasn't it? Just goes by so fast.
Well,
when there's so much love there.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, we are having fun usually every Saturday morning when everything works good and everything's working right. And today it seems to be. We're all rocking here on Talk Radio 1190 AM, KFXR, an iHeartMedia network station. And we're on our social media sites where you can find us at the Automotive Edge Facebook page. That's the Automotive Edge Facebook page, live streaming, as well as on our sister Facebook page, Shifting Gears. Then LinkedIn. Now that's under Kurt Chase, KURTCHASE. And on YouTube, and that's youtube.com/the Automotive Edge. Or if you're actually already on YouTube, you have to search the Automotive Edge Radio Show. It's the same live feed on all the spots that you go to. And so it doesn't matter which one you pick, you're going to hear and see the same thing. But we appreciate you liking and share the broadcast because it helps others to know that we're out there to help them with their automotive needs, whether buying, selling, leasing, parts, service, body work, tires, wheels, whatever they need, we're here to help for that. And today is actually, can I say it? Today's the actual anniversary.
Yeah.
But next week is a celebration. So that's what we're going to be doing. We'll be live at El Dorado Chevrolet for doing that. And we're expecting a lot of fun times next week. In fact, I'm going to invite you next Saturday to call into the show and wish the great Kurt Chase the man, the myth, the legend, the guru of vehicles. Happy anniversary.
Yeah, I thought about it when I was talking to Melinda. The show wasn't even supposed to really be a show. I was doing commercials with Scott Wilder.
I remember. That's funny.
And then they said, well, you need a show. I went, no, I don't do radio. Come on, man, do a car show. And I don't do radio. And
well, first of all, they probably
you remember what the name of it was called?
Yeah, it was called the Car Clinic. No,
Texas Car Clinic.
Yeah, okay. That was close.
Chris Click came up with it. And
well, first of all,
Brian McFarland.
The first thing that I would have thought is the voice. The voice is fantastic. You got one of the best radio voices I've ever heard. So it's an honor to work with you there. Number two is that you were in the business for what? At that time, 25, well, no.
Over 20 years.
Over 20 years. So you had a lot of knowledge. So that was just a natural thing to happen. Now, I know you put the brakes on because you said, I don't do radio. And your first show, you were ready to stop it after about 5 minutes into it too, right?
It's ugly. It's ugly. Yeah, Scott was my producer, and I said,
is it time to go to break? Yeah.
I said, do we do breaks? And he goes, and he puts his hands up, and he goes, like this.
For a break.
Right. And I went, one of them. I went out in the hallway. I grabbed Pete Thompson, who was the regional president of Salem at the time, and I went, hey, get in here. Great voice guy. He was doing a show called Consumer Magazine, and I made him come in and do the show with me.
Oh, that's well.
In fact, I said, I will put you in a headlock. You are coming in to do the show with me. So we did a 30-minute show, and all right, guys, thanks.
Well, I remember when I first got on radio too, that's how we met, because you were on after me with our show called The Wheels of Justice. Had the judges on. We had I thought, a pretty good show there. And you followed me in that room, and that's how we met. And I remember the first show I did, and I had people with me. I know you did a lot of shows by yourself, but there was no way I was going to do that. And we were only on for an hour, and about 15 minutes into it, I'm going, oh my God, what am I going to be doing now for the next 45 minutes?
Well, the thing, I was doing 4 hours by myself in 4 studios.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Could you do that again? I know you could if you had to, but.
Well, I sat in your seat.
Right.
And then I left there and then.
Went downtown.
I went over to 660. Did an hour there. Then I ran upstairs to SRN and I did ESPN radio.
Right.
Then I ran back down and did 2 more hours on the Word.
And this is all on a Saturday morning.
A Saturday morning. And so by the time I hit the microphone on the 4th radio station, man, I'm panting. Oh, fat guy's out of juice, right? I've been talking for 3 hours and I'm going, when does this end? And anyway, it was great. You know, we started out on Christian Talk Radio, the Word 100.7 FM, and they went, nobody listens to Christian Talk Radio. It's never going to work.
And you had one of your biggest successes there, didn't you?
Yeah, we're there for almost 12 years, a little over 11 years. And now we've been with iHeart 12 years.
Yeah.
And it just kept growing. All these churches were calling, going, hey, how can we get you in here? We'd love to have you up here. I remember flying into Wichita Falls, down to Houston, way out in East Texas, and Irving Bible Church, the Med, all these churches were calling, going, hey, can you do a car seminar and teach people how not to get ripped off? And so it grew and grew and grew, and here we are 22 years later.
And now the churches don't want to have anything to do with you, right?
They don't want me. Hellfire and brimstone.
No, they love you. I know that you participate in a very successful church, and you have meetings during the weeks with the families and stuff. So yeah, it's all good, man. It's a great day to be alive and to be positive about things in our country and stuff as we're moving forward with good things I believe are going on. What do you think?
Yeah, you know what? I think there's more good things in the world than bad. It's just that the news and everything else wants bad in front of people. I never understood why the news media wants to suppress and mentally deplete people through the media when there's so many.
Because that's how they get paid. They're getting paid by people that I won't use any names, that have a lot of money that want to bring this country down. Because basically, you have to realize that the news media, one of the places they used to make a lot of money from was selling newspapers and magazines. Well, they don't have that anymore. And the only way that they can get there's no way to get funding really unless somebody's funding it. And I believe it's being funded by people that are not appreciative of this country. And that's how they're getting that message across, because you're either going to do it on the news like we're paying you to do, or you're fired. That's my take on it.
Well, I just think, especially right now with all the people that they're supplying meals to, and
1 minute to commercial.
There's so much humanitarian effort going on right now.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we need to be focused on, because you know what? That's what stimulates your heart and your emotions and your feelings, not the other crap. Grab a gun and lock the door. It's just deal.
I think there's a balance. I think, you should always be prepared, like the Boy Scouts try to teach in all capacities. But I don't think that we need to bury our head in the sand either.
100%.
And we're here live today at the Automotive Edge broadcast studio. So hope you're enjoying the look and the view and everything. We're here this Saturday morning, a lot of Saturday mornings, but today that's where we are.
Yep. Quick break, 214-787-1190. Let your friends and family know and see if we can help them with their automotive needs. We'll be right back.
It's a different song. Thanks each and every one of you. And we're getting people tuned in already. Ronnie Swain, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great day in the Lord. Hey, thank you for that comment. That's fantastic. Appreciate that. Melinda says, I always believed in you and God's plan. I'm guessing she means you, not me. I don't think I'm part of God's plan.
You are.
So anyway,
that'll be unveiled when you hit the gate.
Yeah, she didn't say y'all though. She said you. So anyway.
Well, this whole thing was her idea.
What?
The radio show.
Well, she did. The Lord speaks.
This was her deal.
Well, the Lord speaks to her to share with you.
No doubt. My guardian angel / wife / confidence /
Yeah.
But she told me to go see Scott Wilder.
No Kenda Gene Wilder, right?
Nope. And she listens to him. I said, I've never listened to him. She goes, well, I do. And sure enough, Scott had me come on to help promote a company that I was with. And that's how everything started.
Fantastic. Good morning, Charlie Davis.
Hello, Charlie.
Good morning to Kurt and Bo. Thank you for that. We appreciate that. And we're not celebrating today, but this is 22 years on the radio for the awesome Kurt Chase. And we're going to celebrate it next Saturday live at the El Dorado Chevrolet. And we're going to encourage each and every one of you to call in and say how much you appreciate Kurt and what he's done for you or the show. And
I don't know. There's a lot of people who call in and say that.
Well, as much money as you save people and help them along the way, if they don't, I know where you live. I'll find you. I know most of you, so I will locate you and knock on your door.
Hey, Charlie, I want you to know I hadn't forgot you. My new hats will be here right after Thanksgiving. The first batch of hats that came in, I didn't like them. I didn't like the way the front of them had a crease, the way they sewed the hat together, and then they tried to put the logo across it. I went, no, that's not going to work. So I ordered.
We're actually wearing them right now.
A different style hat. Well, no.
Oh, this is not?
Yeah.
It's
it's close to.
But it's way different. I wish I had brought.
Well, these are done a little bit different. The ones that are coming in are much bolder and brighter. They look a lot
so different. You'll love it.
So we didn't like this batch and told them to hold the show, and so we got a whole new batch of hats coming. They sent me the prototypes, didn't like them, and we'll get them out there to you. And
well, good morning, Megan Murphy. How you doing? She says, good morning, gentlemen. I hope you're surviving okay from the recent situation.
Is that? Hang on.
Megan Murphy.
1 minute to
you helped her get a vehicle for her son down in Burleson Nissan.
Okay.
Hope you're doing good, Megan. Next Saturday, we'll be celebrating 22 years on radio. So hope everything's going good with you.
Megan Murphy. That sounds like
That's
a movie star.
I was just fixing to say that sounds like a real star, movie star actress. And here's
Starring
Megan
Megan Murphy.
No doubt. It's great to see each and every one of you this morning as we get to rolling here on this Saturday morning.
I have a friend last name Buzzy Murphy.
Well, yeah, Mike Murphy. They got the Murphy
Kelly Murphy
music store down in
Murphy's
Irving.
Music in Irving.
Yeah,
I just talked to Buzzy the other day.
No,
Buzzy talked to me.
I don't speak to him anymore because they have taken too much of my money over the years. No, Mike's a very good friend of mine, and I know Buzzy's a very good friend of yours, but you know Mike as well. But
yeah, well, I went to school with their older sister, Kelly.
See, I don't know her. I've never met her.
She was a cheerleader at Nimitz High School and just a sweetheart of a lady.
Just about to come back on the radio.
214-787. Hey, Larry, this one right here is making me cry.
I will take it out immediately.
Come on, Larry. Where is the energy, brother?
Sorry, I got you.
Did you just break up with your girlfriend or something and decide to play that one?
Not this week.
214.
Well, go get a new one real quick so it changes.
Right.
Who's gonna hold your hand? Yeah. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. If you got a question about where to go, who to see, what to do, please let us know. Because it's the end of the year, and I'm going to be giving you some numbers coming up here past top of the hour on what is left in inventory at the dealerships. Can you get a 25? It's better to get a 26. We're going to be doing some comparison for you on what's available and what's hot and what's not. And so be sure to have your pen and paper ready because it's a different deal for all those people that are going to be waiting. Again, well over 100 people that are going to be waiting till the end of the year to buy. And here's the thing. Used car prices are not going down. Used car prices are going up. Why? Well, I'm going to give you 3 reasons. Lease returns. Last year, there was another couple of million cars that should have come in from lease returns. They refinanced the residuals. Unbelievable. The highest number we've seen in my time in the industry. Number 2 is people are keeping their cars now, on average, almost 12 years. And we're going to be covering why they're holding on to the cars so long. And auction prices are through the roof. So you got less leases coming in, people holding on their cars longer, higher priced automobiles driving the price of used cars. That's the formula. And with that formula, people are calling me up. I had a gentleman the other day, and he goes, "Hey, this so-and-so, you were speaking to my wife earlier." He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "What kind of baloney were you feeding her?" I said, "I don't understand the question."
That with cheese.
And so he said, we were on the phone for almost 30 minutes. I said, "Here, let me give you an example." He said, "Go ahead." I said, 3 months ago, there was a 2018 Honda Accord EXL on the lot. Okay. That car, and it had 50-something thousand miles on it, sold for $24,600. That car right now,
$26.50.
26.
Yeah.
It didn't go down. Get this. So we're fixing to change model year, and the car was worth more. And he goes, "How do you know that?" I said, "Well, because
crystal ball."
Yeah, I keep up with the market every day. Pickup trucks, even with the massive discounts on it, prices are going up. You look at Eldorado Chevrolet, up to $17,000. That's just hysterical. $250 off, up to $17,000 off. And you're going, "Well, gee, Mom and Dad said when I drive off the lot, it's going to depreciate." That you don't have to worry about depreciation on pickup trucks with the discounts are given. It's absolutely incredible. Why? Because the market is so strong. People are keeping vehicles longer. They're not trading as often, and the lease cars are getting refinanced. And then you back up a couple of years ago, people were selling their lease returns. Like Bo got a check. He brought his car in with a residual. Never in the history of the auto industry have we seen it. Unless I've seen a few cars on a 3-year lease.
And I have to say, it was over the mileage. It had a couple little dings. It was still in really good shape. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't perfect, and still got that.
Yep.
So, but that ball game's kind of over now, isn't it?
It is. Residuals, depending on the manufacturer, is maybe a bust even.
But people are keeping their cars because they can buy the car at the residual, which would be less than what would they be to buy it on the lot.
Yeah, well, if you think about it,
that's why they're keeping them too.
A lot of people are having the mindset, I know the car.
True.
I've been the one taking care of it.
We did it.
I've maintained that automobile.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just go ahead and buy it.
Yep.
Because here's the thing. If you look at, here's another thing for you folks that are looking at getting rid of your lease. Let's price out what that car would be if you went and bought it. That's the thing. If you love the car, it's been great for you. Let's look at the residual and then look around to see what you would pay for that car. Great example. A gentleman came to me and he had a Toyota Highlander that he had leased. Okay. And the residual on it was 24 and change. And I said, okay, check this out. So I pulled up 6 Highlanders and the average list price was $27,800.
There you go.
And he goes, wow. I said, so you can, now if you're just a lease person, every 3 years you want a brand new car, you like the technology, you like trading cars.
And there's some good lease programs too. So
yeah,
that would help.
And you have a lot of lease loyalty and things that you can do. I get it. But for the people that say, well, I'm just going to walk away, let's talk about what that vehicle would cost to replace. And so he looked at me, he goes, so I have equity. I'm like, no, you don't have equity. You're at break even. But let's just say that you sold the car. Your best friend comes along and buys the car. He sees it in the driveway. You got a for sale sign on it. He buys it. And your residual is 24 and a half. And then you go, my gosh, I really like that Highlander. I don't want to buy a new one. I don't want to lease another vehicle. I want to buy a used one. Then you go pay $27,800 for the same vehicle.
All right.
And he goes, well, so we have reconditioning cost. We've got to run it through the shop. They're going to do everything to that car they possibly can to either certify it or put it out there as a pre-owned vehicle. He's like, wow. And I'm going, so always take a look at your residuals and your cost to say, what would it cost to replace it?
Yeah, for making a proper decision. And that's the whole thing about anything with dealing with automotive needs, or that in your mind you're thinking about doing in that capacity. Please don't do it by yourself. Don't go scuba diving by yourself. That's not a good idea. It's not really a good idea to go swimming by yourself. It's really not a good thing to do hardly anything by yourself. But the one thing you should never do is try to do anything what you're trying to do with your vehicle by yourself, especially when there's no charge and all you got to do is contact Kurt at the Automotive Edge and walk you through it. You know, I know they say men doesn't even ask directions when they get lost and stuff. That's just so foolish. There's no reason to not.
It's that male pride.
You're not going to lose. I promise you, we will not. If you will not lose your man card if you get in touch with Kurt.
Yeah.
You will be happy that you did, because you might lose it when you find out that you lost money or made the wrong decision when you do.
All right, let's talk real quick. Eldorado Chevrolet. If you're looking for a pickup truck, go no further than 380 and 75 in McKinney. See my buddy Rusty McDonald, Justin Griffin, Jason Long, Jazz Gill, the whole management team out there. 2026 Silverado LT Turbo. This isn't a custom. This isn't a WT. It's a 2026 Silverado LT. You're moving up in the line. Turbo Max. Up to $17,250 off MSRP. That's just Heard of.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't call you in a little bit and go, "Hey, guess what?"
We're
Because he's
sold
done
out.
that to you.
2026 Chevy Equinox. 2020. Now you got these are 2026 models. I'm not going to give you one 2025. $6,000 off. It doesn't even have 6,000 markup in it. 2026 Colorado. $7,000 in dealer discounts. 2026 Traverse, $6,500 off. And then you have the 2026 Chevy Equinox, which is still killing it. It's amazing how many electric vehicles have fallen off the face of the earth or are going away, and they're giving them away. $3,500 discount, 0% APR. So get this. You're getting all the discounts, all the reductions, and zero. I mean,
And at one of the absolute best places to buy a vehicle. What are they, 9 times deal a year now?
so let me give you. So you got
All right, time for commercial break.
$3,500 in dealer discounts. All these discounts, it comes to $8,000 off MSRP. We got a whole lot more coming up here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show. While we're on break, ElDoradoChevy.com. Be right back. There we go. Larry got a little soul in him this morning.
Finally woke up.
He got his feet moving now.
Did you get your cigarette lighter out and light your feet?
I guarantee you he's dancing in the studio.
So I got one of these things that was so cool I had to buy it because on my property I have a lot of weeds and crazy grass.
Whoa. You got a lot of weed growing in your...
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's legal weed, wild weed.
So where you live, you can grow weed?
Well, I could. I prefer not to do that. But I got this thing that is like it's like a torch. And you hook it up to, it's got a line and you hook it up to a propane tank. And on the end of it's like almost looks like a muffler. And so you turn the gas on and then you ignite it. And then you pull the trigger and it blazes whatever you want to blaze. So I've eliminated using my weed eater so much. I go around and fry.
You got to carry that butane tank.
I put it in a wagon, and pull it along the way.
Wow.
And then
For some reason, I think that's going to make the news.
Well, it might.
Man burns up 100 acres in Ponder with a blowtorch.
That's kind of what it is, a blowtorch. But I love that thing, man. Because
I got a buddy who has one of those, and he uses it to start his charcoal.
Well, I don't. Yeah, well, you could do that.
Bow is straight as an arrow. What kind of arrow are you looking at, Ronnie?
Crooked. I wouldn't use it if you've got any kind of, igniting fluid on that,
A lot of dry grass around you.
Yeah, I would suggest just lighting it. But if you don't have any of that on there and you want to get it started without any gas or any lighter fluid or anything, yeah, that'd work great because that thing will torch it and it'll get going.
Yeah, my buddy, he bought a torch, and he's a charcoal guy. He's
Cool.
not a green egg guy. He's not this. He's not that. And he bought one of them torches, man. He can have that charcoal ready to go in minutes.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly what you could use it for. And it's fantastic. I love it. And it's really helped because a lot of times it's just so hard to weed eat some of the areas, around the trees or whatever, because it breaks the line. And I just love this thing, man. Love it. So be on the lookout if you hear anything going on Ponder. There was a huge fire this morning.
Yeah, bow and blow torches. Ronnie, he needs some help. Weed burner. It works great for doing fence line, getting the weeds.
Yes, Charlie Davis. You're exactly right.
Charlie Redneck Davis.
Me and Charlie got it going.
If you got a blowtorch, you ain't got no weeds.
No,
I'm Charlie
sir.
Davis, and I stand behind it.
Dude, thank you for that backing. I'm trying to explain what it is, but that's exactly what it is.
Wow.
And man, I love it.
Well, Charlie's a big guy. He probably just throws a butane tank over his shoulder and carries it.
Well, he could, but I pull it in the wagon. And the first time I used it, because I wasn't real sure of how it's really going to do, Graham was with me and followed me around with a what do you call the thing? Put out a fire? A fire extinguisher, just in case.
So you got both?
I had both.
Huh.
I had a fire extinguisher in case I needed it.
Wow. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. Your opinions matter. Facts count. Phone lines are open. If you want to know where to go, who to see, what to do, or just want to talk, 214-787-1190. This segment of the show is brought to you by Driver's Edge Auto Repair. Log on now, mydriversedge.com. That's mydriversedge.com. And I want to thank them. This is going on to their 22nd year of sponsorship of the Automotive Edge radio show. And when you get to mydriversedge.com, you'll see over 20 locations. Click on the one nearest you, and then click on the coupons. And I can't tell you enough that the coupons that you're going to see on that site are incredible. They're going to save you not a few dollars, but hundreds and hundreds of dollars. From tires, they got a $40 full synthetic oil change on there. Full synthetic oil.
That's insane.
Now, I want to clear something up, though. Okay. Excuse me one second.
Sure.
I did get yelled at the other day, and they said, well, they had these shop charges. Well, they are charged for the disposal of the old stuff. You got to realize that a truck comes and pumps out all the old oil that they acquire and the filters. And so but it's a small service fee. So there's always, those few that go, you didn't tell me. Well, anywhere you go to get an oil change, it will say shop fees. They vary, but Driver's Edge, it's minimal because they have a company that disposes safely of the oil. But from tires, you don't have to go to the big box store anymore. They got the tires, and depending on the brand, you got 3 for 1, 2 for 1, alignments less expensive than anybody in town. A good mechanic and a good service department is as good as a good doctor and a good dentist. Go to mydriversedge.com for location nearest you, and always let them know you're listening to the Automotive Edge radio show.
Absolutely. And you got to remember, too, if you go buy oil yourself, and I've done it, I'm telling you, it's for a high-grade oil, synthetic. You're going to be paying over $40 just for 4 quarts of oil.
And most of it's 5 now.
Yeah, I guess 5 and anything now. So you have to realize that is a bargain, and you don't have to even worry about doing it yourself.
Yep.
So, I mean, why not? It's easy peasy.
Yeah, mydriversedge.com. And good morning to my sweet friend Sheila Metzger. I'm going to tell you, I met Sheila Metzger in 1979-ish. And she was one of my dance buddies and just as sweet as can be. Thanks so much for joining in. You made my day. And good morning to Scott Fleming. Says, hey, Kurt, can you get a buy bid on a 23 Raptor Avalanche Gray? Oh, yeah. Do me a favor and go to 2 ways on that, Scott. Go to theautomotiveedge.com, and where it says contact Kurt, just scroll down and fill out that trade appraisal form. I need the VIN, the VIN 17-digit, and the miles, and score it on a 1 to 5, and then let me bid that truck for you. But yeah, that's good merchandise right there. We'd love to get a buy bid for you. 37-inch wheels. Oh,
I
boy.
I got a screenshot of that if you'd like to have that.
Yeah, I need a little bit more information on there.
But do you want this?
I got it.
Okay. You won't be able to find it after.
Well, screenshot it then. Good.
I just did. That's why I ask you.
You're
that.
so rude for 22 years on air. But anyway.
I told you with the Lord that got me here.
Yeah. Get that to me and fill out the appraisal form, or Kurt Chase at Yahoo is another way. Your make, model, put your description on there. Give it a 1 to 5 rating. And I'll get you a bid on that. It's good merchandise, especially with that miles. What do you say, 13,000 miles on 23 Raptor? Yeah, Raptors are still hot. I'm telling you what, I was shocked about. The only thing I don't like about Raptors are the factory wheels. I thought they could put such a cooler looking rim on those vehicles, which a lot of people are doing. But I've driven that Raptor, and that's a bad Bama Jammer. He got, what, 37s on that bad boy?
That's what he
I
said.
tell you what you need to do, Scott, is you need to let me have it for the weekend. And,
this weekend would be a good time.
Yeah,
too.
make sure everything checks out on it, but bring it full of gas and wax washed and polished up. Then let me have it for the weekend.
That may not be how you get it back, but we get it there that way so we can show it off.
Well, I'll keep it clean. I don't know about the gasoline because it goes through a bunch. So anyway, yeah, get that to me. Kurt Chase at Yahoo, or go to theautomotiveedge.com. Fill that out. I'll get your bid when we get off air. Phone lines open, 214-787-1190. That's 214-787-1190. Be sure to join us next Saturday from 8 to noon. It's our 22-year on-air celebration, and I can't thank everybody enough, especially all of our great sponsors. Yesterday, I was over Grapevine Ford. I got to stick my head in, and at Chaz Gilmore, when he shows up the dealership, everybody wants his time, and he goes, hey, and so I said, hey, let me know. And he goes, buddy, I'm on the phone at least another hour. I said, okay, I'm going to drop something off on your desk. And he's like, yeah. And 10 years on the radio show with us. Awesome. And so it's just been a blessing. And then we'll be, with another dealership, 10 years, Eldorado Chevrolet. And it just goes on and on. I can't thank everybody enough. And then Bo's show went off air, and then him and I chatted, and he goes, well, I don't know anything about cars. I'm like, that's even better.
Yeah, and I still don't know anything. No, over 7 years, I've picked up quite a bit, don't you think? I mean, I did throw some things out there that might have a little interest to people, but, I can tell you one thing. We got to know each other because I had my show way back then, 8 years or so ago, or 9, whatever it was. And you followed me on my show, which was the Wheels of Justice. And we got to be good friends there. You came on my show as a guest. I was on your show as a guest, and it just kind of
got my butt in trouble.
Yeah, you sure did. I remember that. If that was on my show, you got in trouble with.
Yeah.
But that's another story.
There is nothing worse than getting chewed out by a judge
on
a radio show.
And being on the show.
I mean, and I walk in, and here's Judge Monk, got hair halfway down his back.
Motorcycle rider.
Yeah, he looked like he's ready to, more of a bouncer than a judge. And I told the story, and he looked at me. He goes, I'd have thrown your butt right in jail. I went, whoa. And then, boy, he just dug into me.
And Kurt was never on the show again. No. Man.
And actually, Jeff and I became good. And he supported me a bunch. He showed up for the Lincoln Ride and Drive to raise money. And
he's been on our show a bunch of times. And
if you look at his pictures that he takes.
Oh, he's a photographer from
my goodness.
Almost professional, I would say.
Yep.
But, we have to be good friends. And I know that when you're trying to do something by yourself, you just lose that kind of feeling of communication, because even though we're talking to you, it's just different. And I believe that I feel like it's been a success, me being a part of this, automotive.
And after 7 years, can you work on a car?
I wouldn't.
So you really haven't learned a lot. You just have fun.
I don't work on cars, but I know a little
kind
bit
of like
about
Ed McMahon. He could never host a show.
There you go. No doubt about it. I guess that's what I am.
What show did Ed host? Because
Johnny Carson.
No.
It was some sort of a game. Was it sort of an?
I thought he hosted some kind of show.
It was a talent type show way before these other ones came out, but I can't remember what it was. We'll figure it out.
That's what Bo is. Bo is a co-host and MC.
That's it. That's what my duties are, and to run this live stream.
And I hope y'all like the new studio. It's still under construction.
Yep.
We're
the Automotive Edge broadcast studio right here. Check it out here on the Automotive Edge Facebook page.
And I'd like to thank my son and some friends that sent us some really cool automotive memorabilia. If you see the Route 66 lit sign behind us.
Yep.
And some of the other things, and he made a bunch. So thanks for all the stuff. And you can't see it below, but I've got my own bobblehead and piston and old gas tank holder. And I want to thank everybody for all the.
They got to see. Can you hand me that? I got to show them that bobblehead. Now this you're not going to believe. Okay, you see that? That's pretty good. You see that pretty good, don't you, on your phone?
Yeah.
Okay, now this is the most unbelievable bobblehead I've ever seen. And
Let's see if we can.
I
zoom
took
in
the
on-
picture of this. Okay. There you go. Check it out. Headset.
It even has my boots. I mean,
it even has the
everything.
boots. I don't want to drop the thing. But I took this picture, and the work they did on this thing is absolutely amazing.
It is.
I mean, it's fantastic. Now, probably cost $1 billion, but look at that thing right there. That is fantastic.
Yeah, Jesse Hull and his lovely wife had that made for me, Kathy, for my 20 years on air. And so, anyway, thank you.
Raquel, good morning. She says, build a shelf for that bobblehead right behind you.
Do what?
Build a shelf for the bobblehead right behind you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good morning, Raquel. Appreciate that. Good to hear from you this morning. Hope you're having a blessed day and things are going good your way. Thanks you for tuning in. And Jim Wagoner, good
Hello,
morning,
Jim
my
Wagner.
friends. Appreciate you both. Prayers for a great day. Thank you
That's
so
right.
much.
214-787-1190 is the number, theautomotiveedge.com to help you. All you have to do is go there. Be sure to sign up for the newsletter. We got a lot of activity coming up this next month. A lot of people are going to be scurrying for cars, looking for used cars, whatever the case may be. A lot of kids coming home from college and they need help with repairs or a car. And we're here to help you every day but Sunday because that's church and family. Let's take a quick break, meet some great sponsors. We'll be right back. I know Larry's back in studio dancing right now.
A little something.
Yeah, I know you're cutting up. You're cutting up.
Probably eating a bagel.
So
Yes.
what does that shirt represent?
Lightning. It's
Well, I know it's a lightning bolt, but is there something? Oh my God. Ask a dumb question, get a dumb answer.
It's I don't. It's some character, some Flash, something like Flash.
Flash Gordon.
I think that's what it is.
Flash.
There it is. If anybody knows, let me know because it was a gift from somebody. I think it was just Graham gave it to me or something.
Huh.
But I like it.
Graham coming home for Thanksgiving?
He will be. Got other family members coming, but he got a job offer.
Yeah.
Well, he got an intern offer, and there were, I forgot, it was a load of guys or people that were interviewing for that, and he got picked and had to have several interviews and ended up having one interview with a guy, the head guy, like in New York. He was interviewing with the guy. And it's going to be in Houston all next summer. They're paying him really good, giving him housing money. Pretty cool, pretty good deal.
Nice.
So that's going to be his intern. He has to have the internship and actually to get the degree.
Yeah.
But that he'll have that done by next summer. But he will graduate, or he will have a certificate of graduation.
Graduate next year?
Well, he could actually graduate before then, but he's got to have the internship to actually get the graduation. And the internship is next summer. So once that summer's over, he will have graduated.
Tom Hammond, Flash Gordon.
There
Gordon
it is.
What it is.
Thank you.
Hello, Tom Hammond, the man that never ages.
You still doing your coffee on Thursdays?
Heck yeah, he is.
Yeah, I wish it wasn't so early. I'd join you. Why don't you do a brunch or a lunch? Forget the coffee. I'll join you for a brunch.
Yeah, do a senior citizen wake up lunch.
Even if it's just like a milkshake. It doesn't have to, at lunch. I'll meet you. But I'm not an early morning guy. Kurt will tell you that. He calls me at 10 o'clock and wants to know if he woke me up.
Yeah. And
sometimes I do say, well, you got to roll it out.
If it's really cold outside, he ain't getting out of bed till noon.
Charles Davis said Flash Garden too. Yeah, thank you.
Tom, a whopping 58. I'd like to go back to 58 many years ago.
Tom, dude, that's a kind of a baby right there.
Well, when you look at him, he
He does look
a
like he's
kid.
28 instead of 58.
Yeah, he got good genes.
Well, there you go.
I think studio's looking pretty good.
The studio is doing very well. It looks really good. It even makes us look good. We need all the help we can
I'll
get.
say that's a lot of work right there. That's a lot.
I don't
of
have to
work.
wear as much makeup when he's got so much signs.
That's right. That's what we do when we go to break. We make up.
But remember that when they used to powder them, they come
Oh,
out.
yeah.
That's funny when they powder them, the big old powder deal with them everyone going everywhere. That was funny
You're
skits.
back live.
Here we go. We know who this is, don't we?
Shake your booty. And believe it or not, he can still shake it. He's still shaking.
me and you.
He's shaking a lot more poundage when he does, but he's still doing it.
Oh, he's killing. Come on now, everybody. I know you want to dance. Grab that loved one. Or just get up and
down
dance.
tonight.
It don't matter.
Get down tonight.
214-787-1190. This segment of the show goes to great folks over Grapevine Ford, the home of the true love it or leave it promise. You know, there's a lot of people that tell you can do this, you can do that, and then you show up to get rid of it, and all of a sudden you get, whoa, wait a minute, we didn't talk about that. You won't have that conversation at Grapevine Ford, and I can tell you over the 10 years, there's been a dozen people that either A, it wasn't big enough, or B, it was too big. C, the wife or husband didn't like the color on the Surprise, and they brought it back and they changed it and they went on their merry way. In fact, we had one family that couldn't get everything in their Explorer, had it loaded up and packed, went to Grapevine Ford, bought an Expedition, transferred everything over, and headed off on vacation. That's the way they do business. They want you completely satisfied when you buy your new Ford. When you're making those monthly payments or writing that check, Chaz Gilmore and his staff, Cameron Martin, they want you happy. The place, grapevine.ford.com. That's grapevine.ford.com, right there between Texan Trail and Main Street and Grapevine on Highway 114. Stop in and see them. Be sure to ask for Cameron Martin. He's the new car director there. Let him know you're listening to the Automotive Edge radio show and enjoy the best way to own your next Ford. They really, really simplify it. That's grapevine.ford.com. All right. So let's cover a couple of things here that were a little mind-blowing for me when I started going through all the numbers for the consumers and going, you know, what are we doing here? I get a lot of these phone calls and they're going, well, let me ask you a question. Should I buy this? Should I do that? Should I do this? And I'm going, hang on just a second. Negotiating has become so much easier on new versus pre-owned because of the market. The market is very, very, very strong on pre-owned. You know, the United States averages 45, 46 million pre-owned vehicles a year, which is almost 3 times. In some months, it is 3 years. It is 3 times what the new car department does. New vehicles versus used vehicles. And main reason is affordability. And the calls that I get every week are going, I can't believe what a used car cost. Used car cost. And I went, well, think about what a new car cost. And as new cars continue to get more and more expensive, and I'm always asking, and I haven't got a response yet, when does that hit the pinnacle? When does it hit the peak where now you're pricing more and more and more Americans out of buying automobiles? When does that stop? When do you go, hang on a second here, let's go back, let's work with our consumers? And here's the crazy thing about it. If you back up 10 years ago, the 2 most affordable products out there were pickup trucks and cars. Now that the cars are going away, guess what? Prices are going up because SUVs are bigger. They need more metal. They need more electronics. They need more chips. They need more technology. They don't need more technology. They're just putting it on there.
They need more money. since they went on
Yeah.
strike about a year ago.
I mean, I was looking at a small SUV the other day, and it was fully loaded. I think it was $35,000, and I went, "My gosh!" I remember in 1997, I sold more CRVs than anybody. I had more people coming in, and I was back then. I was contacting all of my customers, going, "Hey, you got to see this new CRV." I was working for Mr. McDavid at the time in 1997. I said, "You got to see this new CRV," and the CRV stood for comfortable runabout vehicle, and you could put so many things all over this vehicle. And I remember the first couple that showed up, and he bought a silver one. He goes, "I want everything on it." And back then, it was like $3,000 worth of add-ons, which was a lot. And I still have the picture where him and his wife and I are standing there with the number 1 sign. He got the very first CRV, and then I sold like 30 of those things that were all pre-ordered coming in. And guess what? They started at 20 grand, and with all the add-ons, he was at 23, 24. Now you take an EXL, which is their top of the line, and add everything on her, you're 38, 39.
Which is a CRV still?
Which is a CRV.
But that's,
and yeah, it's gotten bigger. And yes, it's gotten more features and everything, but we're talking about from 1997 in the 20s to almost double 28 years later. And so as the prices continue to move up, so do pre-owned cars. And that's why people are holding on to them longer. So I would hope that the manufacturers continue to kumbaya and get together and go, and hang on a second here. What do we do to bring the price points down, continue to build a great vehicle? Because you don't want to cheapen it as far as safety, reliability, durability. We've already been through those with Geo and what was the name of that car?
there's been a bunch
Yugo.
of yeah.
There were so many of those cars that were coming out. We called them disposable cars, and those days are over. Now you have cars that, they have to meet so many standards with safety protocol and emissions and MPG with the CAFE, that when does it hit that pinnacle versus, think about this. In 1997, 48 months was the cap. Then it hit 60, and man, it opened up the floodgates. People coming in go, "Oh, I'll take that one now. I can get another year financing. I'll take it." And the rates weren't that good. The average rate was, 9, 10, 11%.
Well, Tom Hammond said my daughter's RAV4 was $40K.
Yep.
We were selling those for $20K in the early 2000s.
Yep.
So another double situation there. And one of the reasons why people can still buy those is the financing has gotten longer. That's what they've had to do. I think probably 36 months was the only financing time back in the day, right?
Well,
like
it was. And then we went to 48. Now we're selling Ford pickup trucks. We went to 48, and then they went with the super cab.
Right.
Boom, the floodgates open. People are 48 months, Yahoo for Cocoa Puffs. Right. Here we go. And then I remember when they called a meeting and went, "Guys,
0%.
Put your running shoes on." Why? We have 60-month finance. Oh, there was no 0 APR.
Oh, okay.
And you were lucky to see a $500 rebate. They always waited till the end of the year in the auto industry to get rid of inventory with rebates. Nothing like they're doing now.
Well, the reality is, especially here in Texas, now I don't know about everywhere in the world or in the United States, but you have to have a vehicle here. And most people have to have 2 or 3. Because both, the parents both work, the kids drive to school. And so you have to do what you have to do.
I got so caught up with you guys. Commercial break.
Okay. Well, thanks for tuning in. There, we appreciate that.
The producer said, "Get off air."
I guess I'll shut up and
so, hey, let's go to break real quick. It is top of the hour. We got to have a hard break, but don't go away. We'll be right back.
So I'm going to try to play a clip. You want me to try to play a clip?
Want to play a clip?
Yeah, I'm going to try if I can get it figured out where it's at and turn it down here. Come on, baby. Back it up here.
You know, when you were playing them songs, I was killing it on them songs, wasn't I?
Yeah, you were.
Slashing all our prices to the bone. Yeah, we said bone. So get your wife or hubby on the phone. Hope they're alone. And if you're ready to step up to a new car or truck, then you love October Palooza. Where good is what we'll do.
Hey, guy, got a few boxes of brochures for you.
Oh, finally.
Deliver the
Got a
package.
sign right here. What you got? Some kind of sale going on?
Actually, it's an October Palooza.
Oh, Palooza. What's with that dealie?
When anybody buys a truck, it's 30 seconds to grab as many dollar bills as they can.
And a
Man,
team.
that could not look more humiliating. And I'm a grown man who has to wear shorts for a living. Wow. Now that is a ride.
Uh-huh. Car of the year.
It's
Jeep.
great in silver, too.
Yeah. 8 cylinders, 240 horses, 16-inch wheels, and a winch. You do a lot of towing, Doug?
Can't, not with the car we have. Although there are a lot of things I wish I could tow.
Sounds like
Are you in the market for a new car?
Well, sort of. But my wife thinks we should wait a few weeks. We're not quite ready yet.
Yeah, well, wifey knows best. You got to be ready. Better to pay a little more, have your peace of mind.
What's going to cost more in a few weeks?
Well, it's not a November Palooza. Am I right?
How much more?
Well, it's hard to say. Maybe a couple G's. That's if we still have it. This is the last all-silver 4x4 with the towing package and roof rack on the whole East Coast.
Last one, huh?
I don't think it's going to last long. I hear Danny Aiello's people are heading down right now to take a look at it.
Yeah.
Look, I just got an update from the union, and as your shop steward, I've been asked to make the following announcements. As of 4:18 p.m., negotiations officially broke down with no new talks scheduled. Anybody seen Heffernan?
That's Doug.
Hey, is the new car smell included or what?
He works for the country about to go on
I
strike.
said no to the vesting proposal, no to the overtime proposal,
Yes to the fog lights. Yes to the mountain package.
and they refuse to sign off on any expanded medical benefits.
He signed a bill.
Tighten your belt, people. As of the end of work today, we're on strike.
The bloom from my wild Irish rose, my dear and
Well, there you go. That's the great Doug Heffernan on King of Queens. It's one of my favorite shows, and it's a lot of good stuff that happens. That's a good representation of someone buying a vehicle, huh?
Buddy, I'm going to tell you, when people would come into the dealership, I still remember so well. These people were back in service, and they walked up on the showroom floor. You know, every dealer, you know, we'd keep, 4 or 5 cars up on the showroom floor.
Right.
They always look better on the showroom. And I remember the husband, the wife went for the door handle. He goes, "Don't do it." She goes, "What?" She said, "Don't do it." And she goes, "What are you talking about?" He said, "That new car smell is going to cost me a fortune." And she goes, "Honey," she sat up, and I'll remember plain as day. We had a hunter green Honda Passport, which is now the Pilot, and it was an EXL, loaded up leather. We had the
are back
sunroof
live
open,
in 1 minute.
Thank you.
and she sat in that thing, and he's looking at her, and he looked at me and goes,
She won't get out. Huh?
"I am so screwed."
She won't move.
And she goes, "Honey," and he goes, "Honey, we still have a car in service." And she goes, "I'm well aware we have a car in service." I mean, this is outstanding. So,
Well, it happens to the best of us. I can tell you that. I mean, you
it
get in
happens
there.
to me all the time.
There was the October Palooza that
Yep.
got him. It wasn't a November Palooza. I love that clip. And I played last week where he and his wife went and looked at a car. Remember that? And he thought he was going to make a good deal. Remember that one? The guy said, "No, it's a sticker."
That's right.
But those we're trying those out every now and then. I hope
I
you
like
enjoy
when
them.
they're on Seinfeld and Elaine's boyfriend is the salesman. He was the mechanic.
Oh, I got to find that one for
and he
next week.
becomes a salesman.
I got it as a note.
And he goes, George.
Are you ready for the show?
Yeah, I got.
I don't think you got the full effect, George.
Yeah. Well, there's also before he was a mechanic. You remember that one? And he stole Seinfeld's car because he wasn't taking care of it properly.
I just started watching that recently with Melinda.
I love Seinfeld. It's a great show. One of my favorites. You need to get into the King of Queens because that's a funny show, man.
Sometimes you stand, sometimes you turn your back to the wind. There's a world outside every dark and storm. The blues won't haunt you anymore. With a brave heart, breathing lover soul, come ride with me to the distant shore. We won't hesitate to
Break down the God gate.
There's not much time left today.
Life is a highway, and we want to make sure you get up and down it safely here on the Automotive Ed Radio Show on 1190 KFXR, part of the iHeartMedia Network. And Bo, let them know how they can find us.
Yes, every Saturday morning from 8 to noon, we're here live on Talk Radio 1190 AM KFXR and iHeartMedia Network station here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. But if you're out of that area and you still want to do something different, even if you like the radio, you can still watch us by going to the Automotive Edge Facebook page. We're live streaming there, as well as on Shifting Gears. That's our sister Facebook page. And then we're on LinkedIn under Kurt Chase, KURTCHASE, and on YouTube. That's youtube.com/the Automotive Edge. Or if you're on YouTube, it's kind of crazy, but if you're actually on YouTube already, then search the Automotive Edge Radio Show. That'll actually get there. And the live streams are the same, no matter which you choose or pick to watch. And it's exactly the same, or tune into all of them. Like and share, because it helps us, let everybody know about what we're trying to do to help them out there every Saturday morning from 8 to noon. So we're in our the Automotive Edge broadcast studio this morning. Sometimes we're out and about, but today we're in the studio. So I hope you're enjoying the broadcast, and let everybody know we're here.
There we go. Good morning, Raquel. Thanks for joining us here on the Automotive Ed Radio Show. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. If you want to know where to go, who to see, what to do, or my take on buying a car, new, used, leasing, if you want to know my thoughts on the maker models, give us a call, 214-787-1190, or post your question, and Big Wheels will take care of that for us.
I'll let you know that we're 22 years today is the anniversary. We're celebrating it next week, though. Next Saturday is a big celebration. We'll be on location El Dorado Chevrolet. 22 years, the awesome Kurt Chase has been on radio. Can you stand it?
I can't stand it. Let's jump right over to one of our great sponsors. That's Freeman Toyota, where you get more, pay nothing, like a 7-year, 100,000-mile service contract when you buy a new or certain pre-owned Toyotas at Freeman Toyota. No gimmicks, no games. I get calls all the time going, what's the catch? I know they're packing it in the price. They're not. Dane Miner, General Manager, BJ Stankovic, GSM. I go on and name it, all the guys that are over there. Why? Because at Freeman Toyota, they don't leave. I mean, Dane's been with the company 40-something years. My brother just retired, being with the Freeman Group over 40 years. They're stable. You'll see the same faces all the time, and they just take care of business. And Dane knows not everybody can afford a new car, or if they can, maybe their budget's tight. So what can Dane Miner do? He's going to give you the free 7-year, 100,000-mile service contract. Can't go wrong. And then with Toyota Care, you get 2 years of Toyota Care where they're taking the tire rotation and oil changes, and they're going through the car and making sure everything's all hunky-dory. And then he throws in a 3rd year oil change and tire rotation. That's the difference between good and great. And at Freeman Toyota, it's great. If you go to their website, freemantoyota.com, take a look at their lease specials. And what that tells you is how low. They've got some leases at $199 a month. When you have low leases, you have high resale. And that's Toyota. Freeman Toyota, located on the affordable side of the Metroplex, 183 and 820, Stop in and see BJ or Jerry Patterson. Let them know you're listening to the Automotive Edge radio show and enjoy your Toyota experience at freemantoyota.com. So, again, this week, and I documented it, I had 9 phone calls, and they were all the same. Every one of them were the same.
Are you still getting, before you tell what that is, are you still getting very many phone calls that says I'm looking for that $10,000, $12,000 used vehicle?
I got one yesterday for $3,000.
3.
I know, but people are in tough situations.
I get it. No,
and that's all the money they got. And I went, okay, this is what we have. So it's tough times out there for a lot of people, and so their budget is very, very tight. But there's no cars that I know of anywhere in the world for $3,000 that I would put my kiddos in. And if I'm not putting my kids in it, I don't endorse it. Or we'll look at a vehicle like I did the other day and go, look, I found a vehicle for $6,000, but it's got about $3,000 worth of work needed. Wow. Yeah, it needs new tires. Needs a new head gasket. It's leaking. The radiator needs to be cleaned out, but the buckets and bolts of it are pretty good. There's no leaks in the bucket, and bolts are tight. But because of the year and the mileage, there's some wear and tear on it. And the belt, the serpentine belt, was a little brittle. It was going to go. That's another $800-900. And so I said, how long before you need this? I'm not going to give you a time, because if something happens between then and there, then, I'm kind of accountable for that statement. But it's tough out there. But the number one question that came in 9 times this week was the same thing we talked about last weekend.
We talked about a lot.
Would you drive off the first year design?
Oh, like a brand new first year design vehicle, would you go buy one?
When I buy it.
And now I know what I know what you told them. What was their response? I mean, what was their feeling?
Old school.
No, they're not going to do it.
You know what my dad said? Don't buy the first one. Let them, all the other people, deal with the problems and the kinks and get it worked out.
Well, that was your advice, and I believe that was probably.
And everybody said that in a roundabout way. I would ask them, so why?
Well, they probably heard that from their dad too, as a reason.
Yeah. Why? I'm telling you, with the technology that they have out there, and it's not perfect. You look at all the recalls right now. There's several millions of cars on recall right now. There's some cars out there, they're saying, don't park it in the garage. It could catch on fire.
But that's also from vehicles that have been maybe out for a year or two. They're not the first run.
Right.
That, they could be out there a couple of years before they recognize something that needs to be recalled. So the first thing off the lot doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to be the example compared to what something is out there already for a couple of years.
Now, I will tell you this. There's plenty of manufacturers, they build the cars ahead of production, and they run these things forever. They run them in a secured place, like on a dyno, forever and ever and ever, with the air conditioner on high, hoping that it will fall.
They're trying to do something to find a problem, right?
Right.
I mean, they're doing it hard.
And then the other ones, they pass it around like 24 hours of Le Mans. They want this thing with miles and miles and driven, and then they can find out. Because remember, when Toyota or Honda or Mazda or Ford or Chevy or anybody, they all get together and they have all these suppliers bidding for their business. They want their business. They want to be the ones that are designing. Bose is putting in their stereo. Harman Kardon is putting in their stereo.
Tires, wheels.
Yeah, every one of the tire manufacturers, the leather companies.
Steering wheel people. Everything's got its own.
So many people involved. On average, 103 suppliers. So it is up to the manufacturer to do their due diligence when bringing in all these supplies. And when I tell people that, they said, you know what? You just scared me even more.
Yeah. I get that.
But it's just the way of the industry of how consistent they are with certain suppliers to maintain a great quality product year over year. What is their study? What is their research when they're putting the widgets together to send to the manufacturer to set up assembly. And if you remember years ago, you know what the hardest color to make right on a car was? It oxidized the fastest. It
Red.
faded the fastest.
Red.
Oh,
Black.
blue.
Blue. Which color? Blue?
Black has always been really good.
Yeah.
You remember the first vehicle ever painted was black because
Yeah,
it
it's
was
been
a
around
thick
forever.
lacquer paint. I mean, it was
Yeah.
it was as heavy as the car was.
Yeah.
And so black was the first color used to paint a vehicle. Well, now I remember so many blue cars. That roof was fading. The trunk lid was fading. I mean, it was just a booger to find a good blue paint job. And every time I asked, they said, we're continuing to try. And then I started opposite magnetation, positive and negative, to adhere to these different type of primers. Then you bring in the robotics and painting the car. And then you see it got much better because of the orange peel. And when you see orange peel, which is the design of the paint, you can see where it's sucked right into it. And that's what creates all of the little tiny nipples and dimples and spots on there that we know as orange peel in the auto industry. But there is not a manufacturer that if they said, hey, Kurt, show up, you're going to get 001 and we want you to drive it back to Texas, that I would hesitate. Not one.
30 seconds to commercial.
214-787-1190. That's 214-787-1190. We get back loan rates and what you can expect here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show on 1190 KFXR, part of the iHeartMedia Network. Download the iHeartMedia app. Follow us anywhere. We'll be right back.
Henry Ford, this came from Ronnie Swain, said, Henry Ford said, if you want a Model T in any color you want, as long as it's black.
Yeah, that was
You
it.
can get it any color you want as long as it's black.
Yep.
Yeah, they were all black. Now you look at the shows like what do you call them? The 1930s, the Prohibition shows, the mob shows, all black.
Yeah, you didn't see red and
No, it was all
green
black.
and gold and
All them shooting each other. Well, I think they might have had a few different colors because it seems like
you had white.
Could be wrong, but the vehicle that Bonnie and Clyde was shot in, I don't think was black. I mean, let me look at that.
I'm trying to remember which one over off of Timberview in Dallas is buried, whether it's Bonnie or Clyde. It's not both of them.
I think Bonnie's buried there.
So I've been to that.
But they're both buried here in Texas.
Been to that site.
All right. Now you got me looking for that.
I'm saying it's black.
What? The
Their
car?
vehicle. Yep.
I'm looking it up. If anybody can beat me to it, we're trying to figure out what color the car that Bonnie and Clyde was shot in.
Boy, they had a time of it, didn't they?
Boy, they let them have it, didn't they? There, let's see if I can figure it out. It was tan colored. There it is right there. How about that? It's pretty rough looking there, but this was it. Tan color.
Had a few bullet holes in it.
Man, that thing looks like it's covered in mosquitoes. Oh boy, somebody
I
said
was wrong. I thought it was. I don't know why I thought it was black
Yeah,
with.
it was tan colored. It was a Model 730 Deluxe Sedan, 1934 Ford.
Well, in I believe it was 1930, they introduced several other colors. I know white was one of them, but everybody preferred the black because back then it was easier to clean and rinse off, and they said that paint was so dadgum thick. You know, they just, when it chipped, it still was black.
It was a stolen car. Are you surprised by that?
Yeah, well, they stole numerous amount of cars.
Yeah, the police ambushed outside Gilsland, Louisiana on May 23rd, 1934. The car was stolen in Topeka, Kansas from Jesse and Ruth Warren, who had just purchased it new. Just like what happened to you when you took that guy on the drive of the Mustang.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Get out.
When the Warrens bought it, the car was painted Cordoba gray, but it's often described as tan or tan colored. Historical accounts of the ambush. So they're calling that Cordoba gray, even though it looks tan. That's why do they do that? We see that even today.
Oh, I know.
Like the purple vet.
Oh, we're gonna go. Why do you hurt me so?
30 seconds till we're back live.
Well,
Yeah,
that's pretty
that
cool,
hurt.
huh? Yeah, it was a tan color. Thank you, Charlie, for that.
Hmm.
He said he saw the car in Nevada casino.
Yeah, I've seen it before, and I don't remember where I saw it.
I got to see where who's buried.
Yeah, one of them's buried there in Dallas because we went there.
Back live in 5 seconds.
Oh, they're both buried there.
Same cemetery.
Crown Hill Memorial Park.
Yeah, I didn't know that both of them were there.
Yeah.
I knew one of them was there.
They're both buried there.
Yeah, I remember when Warren.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It says she's buried there, but Clyde is buried in Western Heights Cemetery, also in Dallas. They're both in Dallas, but separate cemeteries.
Yeah, I remember Warren Beatty, and I can't remember the lady's name that played in Bonnie and Clyde.
Oh,
I can see her. Lauren Bacall?
We are back live.
maybe.
I think so. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. This segment goes to the great folks over at Grapevine Dodge, 121 and William D. Tate. Stop over there and meet the folks. A brand new, totally redesigned, family-friendly atmosphere. And I got to tell you, my sister-in-law bakes those fresh scones. If you don't know what a scone is, go by Grapevine Dodge, walk in the front door, you'll smell them and go right back there and get you a fresh scone. Unbelievable. And they got the candy bar, the coffee bar. They want everybody relaxed. And, we get all tensed up when it comes to buy an automobile. And at Grapevine Dodge, they've laid out that showroom floor. It is just absolutely beautiful. TVs everywhere, a lounge, a place just to relax. I always tell people when you get really tense about buying a vehicle, you need to walk away. Go somewhere, have a bottle of water, a cup of coffee, have a scone, and just kind of breathe. And I understand because, after 38 years in the auto industry, it's always been one of those tense situations when people buy vehicles. At Grapevine Dodge, you just don't have that. And when you go to the website, grapevinedodge.com, that's grapevinedodge.com, you'll see vehicles 20% off MSRP, 25% off MSRP, and they don't have that kind of markup. So they're working with the manufacturers and their own discounts to make sure they're giving you the best possible deal in the marketplace. When it comes to trade-in value, don't worry about that. Everybody's stocking up, making sure that used car inventory is plentiful going in the holidays, and Grapevine Dodge is no exception. Everybody that we've sent over there to buy a vehicle have not called me and go, they didn't give me enough. We just haven't heard that. The place, grapevinedodge.com. That's grapevinedodge.com. From sales to service, it's your Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram destination. Grapevine Dodge, 121 and William D. Tate. That's grapevinedodge.com.
And good morning, Sherry Morrison. She said it was Faye Dunaway.
Faye Dunaway.
That was
there you go.
That played Bonnie Parker. And Ronnie Swain said he lived across the street from the Crown Hill Cemetery in 1972, where Bonnie's buried. Huh. And we're talking off air about the color of the vehicle that they were shot in, because we talked about black being in the 30s, about every vehicle's that. But they called it Cordoba gray, but it was actually looked like tan.
Yeah, my apartment was right down the street.
Really? From that cemetery?
Yeah, right off Webb's Chapel and Timberview.
So, oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Did you ever go see the plot?
Did.
Yep. They said that thousands and thousands of people lined up to see her at her funeral.
Oh, yeah. You thought it was president.
You thought it was the Queen of England or something. Yeah.
And the police, everybody was just livid that many people showed. They were like,
why, right?
American icons.
Yeah, they did create quite a stir. But it's interesting, and still people today are enamored by them.
Oh, no doubt.
I mean, there's been 2 or 3 movies about them, and people are always searching for things like that. I get it. I'm kind of that way too. I don't know why. I guess because they were just such a icon of what they had done and did. It
Well,
was
it was like
crazy.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance
Yeah.
Kid with Newman and Redford. You know, you
Right.
watched it and all the things they did, and you just got caught up in the movies. You know, back then you got so much. I think you got so much more caught up in the movies now, the storytelling than you do now.
Well, there was just they were an oddity, and they just became
What was your favorite car show?
my favorite car show was actually the cartoon, the Cars.
Really?
Yeah,
Hmm.
Mater, Tow
Mater.
Mater, and Lightning McQueen.
What was your favorite all-time old movie?
old movie? Ooh. One of the first movies I ever saw and stayed with me forever is Don Knotts in
The Ghost of Mr.
The
Chicken.
Ghost of Mr. Chicken. Great movie.
Great
It
movie.
stayed with me forever. And yeah, so that was the first movie I ever saw.
I got into the old war movies.
The other movie
The
that
Dirty Dozen was one of my all-time favorites.
well, then the second movie that I saw, which was years later because I wasn't allowed to go to movies, and my brother and I snuck out and saw it, and it still stayed with me today and was unbelievable. It was called The Graduate.
Oh yeah, and that was Warren Beatty.
Warren Beatty, baby.
Yeah.
Now that was Lauren McCall, I think. When that who's that? Now you got me thinking. We're getting off track here.
I think no. It wasn't Warren Bacall in that. It was. Oh, I can see her plain as day.
Now I got to look at while you talk.
Yep.
While you talk cars.
A lot of great car shows. There's a great car show, a great movie.
Yes, sir.
I'm surprised how many people like Ricky Bobby, but
that's one of my favorites.
Talladega Nights.
And I was trying to find
every time I bring that up. I brought it up the other day. I was with a group of people. Oh, I was at. I cooked fried some turkeys for our church group, and we brought up. Everybody started quoting parts of the movie. Oh,
Yeah.
You've never watched Talladega Nights? No, let me tell you when.
I'm going to pray to the baby Jesus.
That's right.
But I tried to find some clips, but I can't because it gets a little raunchy in a few times. But I'm hoping I'll find one at some point. I did play one last week.
You did.
So, but I got to look real careful for those.
Yeah, he goes, you remember when he came home for Christmas and his face was cut out and Buddy's picture was in there? And
Yeah.
he was all upset, and the kids, all he said was, well, we get 2 Christmases. Yeah, so there's some great car shows out there, great car movies.
Well, Smoking the Bandit and all those kind of shows like that.
Yeah, I thought Smoking the Bandit was great. Cannonball Run,
Oh, yeah.
great movie.
It's a fun movie.
Yeah, there was a lot of great car shows out
Well,
there.
there's a couple of good ones that involve a lot of car stuff, and that's Kurt Russell, and he plays a Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
Which one? Do you know that
Mhm.
name of that one? I can't think of the name, but that's a pretty cool movie. I love that during Christmas time. I watch that one a lot because
Have you seen Ford versus Ferrari?
No.
Oh, man, what a great. I'm telling you what, if just half that movie was true, especially when he put Henry Ford III, whatever it was, in that vehicle with him when he was driving it. Matt Damon and the guy that played Superman was the mechanic and the driver. Unbelievable. I love that
Ford
movie.
versus what?
Ford versus Ferrari.
Okay, so I'm doing this so I can
Yeah, great movie.
watch it.
Days of Thunder, another pretty cool. I'm not a big Tom Cruise fan, but Days of Thunder was another good movie. I like the intensity. I got a need for speed. All the
What about that one?
Fast and Furious.
Yeah, I was going to say that they've had like 10 of those, haven't they?
Yeah,
Well, they
the
just-
first one where he pulls that GTO out of the garage. Unbelievable. I mean, there was some really cool things. Then it just got way out of hand.
Well, one of my favorite car movies is about what is it? The one that starts up and runs over people. Is the 1957 Chevy, I believe it was. What was the name of that movie? Connie or something.
Yeah, it was
the
a
name of
girl's
the
name.
car.
Yeah.
Any of y'all think of that, let me know.
Oh gosh, here we are in the middle of a show we're trying to figure out.
Lightning McQueen. Yeah, me too, Candace. I'm on the same page with that. I've seen that over and over and over. My son wouldn't let me stop watching it, but I got hooked on it too. Love the Lightning McQueen.
What was the name of that movie? Not Darlene. Where the car came to life.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite movies, and
Yeah.
I can't think of it.
Oh my gosh, Charlene.
It's getting close.
Boy,
Somebody's
we're going to take up the whole show trying to figure
out
out car shows.
Y'all help us, and y'all been very helpful, and we appreciate that because
That's
we
right.
get caught up in this discussions about these different things, and y'all really help, setting us up with that.
Not
So,
Eleanor. Oh my
yeah.
gosh, I'm going to go crazy. Anyway, coming up in the next segment, since we just kind of talked our way through this one, average auto loan rates and where we see them going coming up here on the Automotive Edge radio show. There's a lot to cover in there because there's a lot of people that don't know their credit scores, don't know what kind of interest rate they can fall into. And I would just tell you right now, the manufacturers are buying deep. And I will explain what that means coming up here on the Automotive Edge radio show when we get out of the bottom of the hour break. So don't go away. We got to take a quick break, meet some great sponsors. Christine.
We were close.
That car was for real. Don't go away. Quick break. We'll be right back.
Glad I got it in for the break. Christine, 1983 horror movie. However, it was a 1958 Plymouth Fury.
Oh, at midnight.
Charlie Davis says Eleanor was in the movie Gone in 60 Seconds.
That's right.
And Candace, thank you for that. Well, it's Christy, but it's called Christine. And it wasn't a 57. It wasn't a 57 Chevy. It was a 1958 Plymouth Fury.
So, Candace, is your hubby running the Nissan store up there in Corinth? I saw him.
Good morning, Jim Gibson.
Posting quite a bit about it. Yeah, if you ever have a chance, Sam Pack has one of the original Eleanors in his collection.
Really?
Yep, absolutely incredible. Good morning, Dwayne Harris, my brother from another mother. The only man I know that's worked 2 jobs his entire life.
That's probably why he looks the way he does. He looks
he's
young.
Actually, you see the guy on Tom Thumb, the little guy. That's actually Dwayne.
That's him. There you go.
Yeah, so he works at Tom Thumb and he works over at Freeman.
She said Denton. Candace said Denton. I'm not sure what that means.
Oh, it's is it the one that the guy from D&M bought? The Nissan store there. I thought it was Corinth. I don't know why I was thinking Corinth.
Well, it was kind of close.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when Bert owned it, Bert King, and I was doing his advertising and training for him. And I remember when it burnt down, I was managing Jim McNatt Toyota Dodge, and we watched the place burn to the ground.
Wow.
Then they rebuilt it. And it's gone through a bunch of owners, from Mac Haig to what's his name? They had his name on there. The old coach of the Mavericks. His name was up on the sign. I think he was just really a name. I don't think he really was involved that much. And then anyway, changed hands a few times. I think now D&M owns it.
Anne Bancroft was Mrs. Robinson.
Wow.
1967 movie.
Good morning, Robert Sanchez.
Yeah, out there at the Southwest Airlines.
So, high school buddy of mine.
Put on the loudspeaker throughout there through the whole place that we're on.
Yeah, just turn the show on out there at Southwest Airlines.
Yeah, just let it rock out there through the whole system.
There's probably a bunch of people standing in line waiting to do something.
Yeah.
And, we put up the Automotive Edge on all the screens there. So, hit the button.
Yeah, how about that? That'll help them out. That'll be fun.
Yep. So thanks everybody for joining us. Hope we're putting our new studio together. We got our backdrop just about done.
The Automotive Edge broadcast studio right here. live and in color, live streaming. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. I'm wearing my Flash Garden shirt.
Your Flash what?
1 minute.
What'd I
we're
say?
back live.
Flash Garden shirt.
That's what I said.
Gordon.
That's what I said.
You said garden.
No, that's
Flash Garden. He ain't flashing in the garden.
you just don't understand Cajun, do you?
You ain't no Cajun.
Yeah, that bottom over here. That wear my Flash Garden shirt.
None of that's true. He's from Beaumont.
Yeah, well, Beaumont.
Beaumont.
But Beaumont is a French word.
Oh my God.
It is.
So you're going to just automatically just kind of pull Louisiana
Well, all
over
my
to Beaumont.
grandparents came from Louisiana. My
Oh,
DNA.
Oh, I tell you what's in your DNA. And it ain't Cajun. I guarantee.
Well,
What was his name? That Cajun chef.
oh,
Guy who wore the
oh, yeah, he talk really like that when he preparing his foods.
what was his name? He
Everybody's
wore the
got to help us with
suspenders.
that.
He had a Cajun
Oh,
show.
yeah.
And, that's where I learned about turduckens.
Pretty cool. Somebody's going to help us with that. You really had that Cajun accent, too. Yeah, you are right, Dwayne.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. If you got questions about where to go, who to see, what to do, you just want to have a conversation, give us a call, 214-787-1190, or join us on all of our multiple feeds here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show. Hey, this segment of the show goes to Burleson Nissan, our buddy Justin Crane, managing partner right there at 35 and Renfro Road.
Rutro.
You want to meet this guy. Every time I go by there or we're doing a show, Justin and I hang out for a couple hours. He winds up with a cold lunch because, he is one of the coolest car guys you'll ever meet.
No doubt.
I mean, this guy is, he's just great to hang out with, and he keeps up with the industry. You can have so many different conversations with him. He raises cattle, he sells cars, he collects cars, but he's very big in the community. He is a pillar of that community, and he's just that all-around great guy, which transcends through his sales department and his sales people. And if you go to burlesonnissan.com, that's burlesonnissan.com, look at his specials. And here's the thing, he'll put up a lease payment and then a retail price. And right now you can get a brand new Nissan Kicks, $20,525, brand new. You get the Versa, you get the Sentra, you get the Kicks, you got the Ultima, and then his certified pre-owned, well under what the average used car is selling for. Brand new, 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty with great people helping you. Right there at 35 and Renfro Road in Burleson, straight shot down 35. Let Justin know you're listening to the Automotive Edge Radio Show and enjoy your Nissan experience at burlesonnissan.com. So let's hit this real quick. If you got a question about interest rates and financing, we've got the phone lines open. Here's what is going on right now in the month of November. And here's what they do: 300 to 500 credit score. They have 501 to 600, 601 to 660, 661 to 780, 780 or higher. And the average new car loan at 780 or higher on average is 5.27. Now, there's a bunch of zero APR out there, but we're talking about people that are taking the rebates and the money, or cars that maybe don't have a rebate. What is their average rate on a 5-year loan? And that is 5.27. Now, 661 to 780, they're saying 678 up to 660 is 997. 501 to 600, 1338, and then lower scores 1597 up to 17.99%. Here's the kicker, though. When you go 72 months, it jumps higher. And then depending, there's still some great 72-month special rates out there to move the 2025s. But then you have 84-month financing, which really jumps up your rate. I will tell you this, that a lot of the banks aren't just looking at your credit scores. They're finding reasons to put you in a vehicle, new or pre-owned, with a good rate. When I was running dealerships, pretty much to the end, your credit score was kind of the one-all end-all. Yeah, we got some concessions, and yeah, we could call the bank and go, hey, Bo's had some hard times. He's gone through this, he's gone through that, but look what he's doing now. Look what he's got going right now. And the banks go, deal. Now, some dealerships will tell you we got 30 different lending institutions and we have more buying power than anybody else. It comes down to a great finance manager taking the time to look at your credit bureau. And if there's things on there, tell them the reason why and be able to back it up. A lot of times when I work with consumers and I tell them, go to Experian or Equifax, get a copy of all three bureaus. You know, you can sign up and you pay the one fee, like $13, and then a month, or $20 a month, depending on what kind of service you want, or you get the first one free, but you do load in your credit card. You know, you can cancel within 30 days, whatever you want to do, and then get your bureau, and then we go through the bureau. And I always tell them, as you're going through your bureau, be able to back it up. There's so many times where people say a lot of things about what's going on with their bureau and what's going on with their credit, but then they can't back it up. And the bank just flags that and says, okay, no, thank you. Or we're just going to give you a high interest rate. Not good. You need to pull your own bureau. Pull it, which I mean check it, and then print it off. And I know that bureaus and Social Security numbers and your income is sacred. And I think a lot of times people need to respect that when you're anywhere, whether you're financing furniture, a house, a car, whatever, you're divulging your most important and personal information to that person. Who are you going to do that with? Who are you going to sit there and tell what your income is and how long you've been on your job? And the most important part is your Social Security number. You're going to hand someone, here's my Social Security number. That has to be a very special relationship. But when you do that, you can contact me at theautomotiveedge.com, kurtchase@yahoo.com. Either one, send me an email, leave your phone number, and let's go over it. And I had some people the other day that called me up and said, hey, we've been listening to your show for years. We're in the market. Here's the deal. We went through this, this, and this. And they had a story. And he goes, but I've gone back to work at that same company. They reinstated my benefits. They reinstated my pay. I didn't agree or settle on any accounts. We're going back and we're eating them at one, taking bites out of the elephant, not trying to swallow the whole thing, and pay this debt off. And the bank looked at it, and get this, they got 1.9%.
Well,
1.9%.
Just remember, folks, the banks are in business like any other business. And if they don't make loans, they're probably not going to be in business very long. So they want to do their best to make that happen for you. And number two is for you to never assume what could be the case because you think something's not right. That's why you need to go to theautomotiveedge.com. In fact, on our live stream, we have the icon or the QR code there that you can just take a picture and go right, to the website. Know before you go. That's the mantra here. That's the motto. No, don't just assume, because you know what that makes you and me? Something to that regards. I'm sure you've heard I'm sure you've heard that before in some fashion or way, but just don't assume.
Yeah. So let's have a conversation. There's so many people that I got with. The guy goes, hey, I've got a 642, true story. The wife had a 648. We went to a dealership and they told us $1,399. We can't pay that. I said, okay. So we took their bureaus. We took a look at them going, $1,399. This is nuts.
Wow.
So here's the thing. When you have minimal credit and you put a hickey on there, it dumps your credit a bunch. And on theirs, it was cell phones. They had 2 charge off on cell phones and 2 small amounts on credit cards.
Yeah,
and it destroyed their credit. Well, they went back and paid the cell phones. They went back and paid the small debt. She got reinstated on her job, and his job, was he had to take a big cut in pay. We put all this together. They got a 5-year note at 3.99%.
There you go.
He goes, how did you do that? I said, we found somebody that cared and somebody that understood, and you had such great documentation that the bank, because the dealer shoots it in and the bank electronically sends it back and says, okay, we're going to give Bo Carver 5.9% on this 5-year loan. And then Bo goes, well, hang on a second. I've got EECU, I've got Navy Federal, I've got Frito-Lay, I've got American Airlines, where all these different credit unions that they've been with for a long time saying, hey, I can get this rate. Bo goes and brings in a letter of approval, not the one that you get in the mail that says you've been pre-approved, because it says upon.
Well, it says pre-approved upon approval.
Yeah.
It really basically what it gets down to.
And so a lot of people walk in and go, hey, I got a $25,000 loan for 0.9%. Well, you don't yet.
You could, but that's not necessary.
But us getting together, we can make sure that that note is the rate. And there's so many people out there that started calling me going, hey, we heard you helped Joe Bag of Donuts and you got him this, this, and this. And I'm like, well, every car deal is its own. You can't blanket everybody under one rate and one car deal. So every credit app is on its own. And let's just go through it. But going out there and going, hey, I've had some hiccups, I've had some problems, and throwing yourself at the mercy of a car lot, that's bad business.
Well, even worse is not doing anything because you think you're not going to get anything done.
Yep.
And that is the bad mistake.
Because you've talked to somebody at
Right.
work, a coworker, friend,
Right.
going, yeah, I had a 640 Beacon and I paid 14%.
Yeah.
Stop. Go to theautomotiveedge.com. Let's connect and make sure you get the best possible deal. 214-787-1190 is the number. They don't like talking to us.
Well, with this live stream now, they can make comments so they don't have to call. That's kind of a good, bad thing there.
Quick break. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Good morning, Carol Sanders.
So,
do you know Carol like I know Carol? Wah,
probably don't.
Wah, wah.
So the great Sherry Morrison said, Justin Wilson.
Yes.
The great Justin Wilson.
Man.
We're going to cook some fried catfish. He was awesome, wasn't he?
Don't mess him up. That was horrible.
Oh, well,
why would you ruin Justin Wilson?
I guess I'll have to find a clip of him and play it.
We'll just practice it like Rich Little. Get it down.
All right.
If you're going to impersonate
when you
somebody
call me,
so great.
When you say next week, how come I didn't call you? I'm going to say I've been practicing Justin Wilson all week.
So I called Bo yesterday.
Last night. Yesterday
afternoon.
Okay.
I called you.
Yes.
And so Bo doesn't call me anymore. Usually during a week, we'll have 2-3 conversations. What's going on? Where are we going to be this week? Whatever the case may be, how's the boy
buddies.
in college?
Right.
What's going on with Barbara Ann? Tell me what's going on. I share a little. He shares a little. Well, I haven't spoke to Bo in like weeks.
Weeks. Here we go.
Now you got to.
That's evangelistically speaking.
Well,
right
you got to
there.
delete Saturday.
Okay. Well, we see each other on
You
Saturday.
got to delete Saturday, or I'll get a text, not a phone call, going, "Where are we at tomorrow?" Very meat and potatoes. I don't have time to deal with you. Where are we tomorrow? So I called him and I kind of laid it out there going, hey, well, this is kind of a little bit of BS. I don't even hear from you anymore. You're like, well, you don't call me. That was his only out. Okay. It was like, a boyfriend, girlfriend, do you still love me? I do. I haven't heard from you. I've been busy, that kind of thing, which, she's cheating or he's cheating. So anyway,
I'm on another show.
last night, my wife and I had to pick up a couple of things to finish decorating the house. And we went and had dinner. And on the way home, I went, you know what? I don't have the special cream that Bo likes in his coffee. So we pull up to Tom Thumb and the phone rings. And lo and behold, who is it?
It's me. Just want to know how's week.
Hey, Kurt, how you doing, buddy? I was just thinking about you on it. I was like,
How's your week?
My goodness.
Well, he chewed me out for not doing it. I figured I'd.
Now, I did find it a little odd that I'm going in, and the only thing I went into Tom Thumb to buy was the cream.
And it's fantastic cream too, isn't it?
And so then the phone rings while I'm on my way into Tom Thumb.
Well, you know, there
What
it
are the
is.
chances? So
And it made him sick that I called
Todd
it.
Gentman, my brother from another mother,
Ooh,
Curry, you had helped us
good
on getting the Kia
morning.
Telluride and a great price and super low interest rate. We did. Love you, brother. Prayers, prayers,
sir.
prayers for my brother Ty. We got his what is it? April 2026 Connor's Car Show.
Awesome. Looking forward to that.
Yep, they just did a car show last Sunday. Vieta. I can't remember the guy's name. Pretty good crowd out there. We drove by there and pretty good crowd out there helping
Where was that
raise
at?
money. Same place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Well, that's a pretty awesome place. Actually, it's at the Keller Town Center, and it's really got a lot of great happenings there. And I think that's all he's ever had it at, isn't it?
yep. Who sings this real quick?
I can't even hear it. Journey.
Very good. Living in a lonely world. I don't care what anybody says. I think Steve Perry is the man, not the other guy. He is a good singer, but
The
he's
other
not.
guy.
He's not him.
He's not him.
He ain't him.
Oh, that's a classic answer. Well, he should have never left.
214-787-1190. This segment brought to you by Highly Acura Fort Worth. Right now, 35 and 820 right there at Riverside Drive, but they're moving down the highway. We'll be going by there next week. And be sure to go to YouTube, the Automotive Edge radio show. We've got about 10 videos up and growing. And we just did one on the new Camry. And we're going to be out there shooting the new video for the new Highly Acura Fort Worth, brand new, ground up, state-of-the-art facility to help you with, I think, one of the best built, best of both worlds vehicle. You get the sport and you get the luxury. You get the speed and you get the cruise. You get it all, whether it's the Integra, the TLX, the ADX, the MDX. You can get the A-Spec in it. I mean, there's so many different configurations based on what you want. And I got to tell you what, that MDX is one of the coolest rigs out there. It's big. It feels like there's meat and potatoes around you with the best in technology. And then you can go to sport mode. You can enjoy a luxury ride. It's just everything you'd want. You know, you're sitting there one day and you're feeling kind of froggy and go, hey, I want a little zip and dash and whatever the case may be. You'll get it at Highly Acura Fort Worth. And these are some of the most knowledgeable salespeople you can run into. The place, Highly Acura Fort Worth. Go to highlyacura.com. That's highlyacura.com. All their great lease specials right now, 0 money down at Highly Acura Fort Worth. See David Gomez, managing partner, and let him know you're listening to the Automotive Edge radio show and let him help you with your Acura needs. That's highlyacurafortworth.com. So, what does it say? Oh, Sherry. That is correct. Great song.
Yep.
All right. So, what do we
I'm
got?
surprised she loves that song so much since her name is Sherry.
Yep. You want to go let
Yeah, well.
front door. And then we can set that chair over there till he comes up at the top of the hour.
Okay.
Let's get Bo unhooked here. Used car rates. A lot of people are asking me, where's the best used car rate right now? And I just tell them, it depends. There's some credit unions out there right now that are just killing it on used car rates. But here's the thing. Go to the credit union and truly get approved. Get a true approval. Not the letter in the mail, or if you apply and you're approved, we'll do this. And I'm going to tell you, most of the people that I get you in contact with, most of these dealers can better that rate. And if they can match the rate, then you have to decide, do I want to do business there, or do I want to keep it with the credit union? which one do I want to do? And so that's something that you have to kind of think about and figure out what's going on. What do I want to do? But the average interest rate right now is on pre-owned. This is strictly pre-owned, is about 7.85%. And then people are like, wow, that's pretty high. It is. There are other places that the rates are in the sixes. Most of the rates that I saw this week that people were calling me with was 6.45 to 6.89 in that price range. They said, is this good? And I said, well, you're doing 72 months. And when you extend out to 72 months, the rates are going up. Why? Because when they put all this stuff into their portfolio, it becomes a higher risk. Not that they're concerned about whether you're paying or not. It's the longevity of the car, the maintenance of the car, maintaining the automobile. And it's all in their system. So they plug it in. The shorter the term, always the better the rate. Even when you're financing a house, the shorter you finance the house, the better the rate's going to be. The shorter you finance a car, the better the rate's going to be. When you get down into your 36, 48, and 60 months, because all that's pretty much grouped together on pre-owned, I'm seeing rates that are coming in at 5%, 5.25%, and then the rates just go up from there. And here's what it's based on: year, make, the model, and the mileage. The older the car, the higher the mileage, the higher the rate. And then you're going to have a cutoff, most of them at 8 years. So when you're going back to 8 years, and then how much money are you financing? I had one guy said, hey, I want to finance about $3,000. Well, I don't know a bank that's going to finance $3,000. Maybe your personal bank or your credit union, but going into a dealership, I just want to finance $3,000. I think you're going to find that very, very difficult to find, unless you're doing a 24-month note, maybe 36-month. That's not the norm. But on the average, used car rates are coming down, and they have to because of the cost of used cars. The average used cars that was sold in the month of October, $30,000. Average new car sold, $50,000. It topped it again. So as you're financing these automobiles, it's good to look around at the rates. The problem that you're going to find right now, if you jump online and you want to know what the best rate is on a pre-owned automobile, they're going to ask you to apply. They're going to want your information, and you don't want to do that. Call the bank directly, talk to a person and say, if I have excellent credit, and you're going to find out real quick who you can work with and who you can't work with. That's what bugs me sometimes when people go into dealership and go, hey, I've got excellent credit. I want to do a 5-year note. What's the best rate you have? Well, no. Well is what water's pulled from. Mm-hmm. You want to know what it is. What is your best rate? What is your mid rate? And we all know what the worst rate is on a brand new car, which is 17.99%. What is that number? And you don't need to get your credit pulled 10, 15 times to find out what that is. They already know. A loan officer already knows. They don't want to give you a number, and all of a sudden you go, well, you told me. I always say, based on your credit, here is your rate. And let's determine that before you go. 214-787-1190. It's top of the hour. A little bit of a longer break, but don't go away. We got a special guest joining us here on the Automotive Edge radio show. We'll be right back.
I'm going to play a clip. Can you move that back? Did you move that up, or did you do that by itself?
It readjusts.
But you see it brought it up close. You want to move it back.
Okay, Bo.
Well, I'm trying to keep things in order around here, and it's very difficult at times. I got a little in it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play a little clip here. This is from Hall Pass.
Oh, yeah, officer. I'm sorry. We had a bee flying around the car.
A bee, huh?
Yeah. Well, look, we finally got the little sucker.
Wow, a bee at night. You don't see that a lot.
I know.
Is that beer I smell in your breath, sir?
No. Oh, you might be smelling this. Non-alcoholic. 7 years, September 8th.
Congratulations. Now, so if I were to give you a breathalyzer test right now, no alcohol would show up in your system. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. Oh, you know what? Does cough medicine have alcohol in it? Because I've been chugging this stuff all day. It's summer cold.
Right. Can I see your license, please?
Oh, sure.
You're a priest. At what parish?
St. John Vianney on Benefit Street.
All right, I'll tell you what, Father. I'm just going to write you up a warning. I'll be right back. Funny thing, I just called over to St. John Vianney's, and guess what? They have no record of you.
Well, I don't know why they would. I don't start for 2 weeks.
Oh, right. Okay. You know, I'm sorry, Father. You have a good night and drive safe. I'm sorry to keep you.
That's Hall Pass there. Great movie with Owen Wilson is in that. Super movie. So what? All right. He's going to stand, I think. We're going to do a lot of things. We're going to be doing exercises. Look at all this goody stuff right there. Well, come on in. Way in.
Come on, Ralph.
I don't even need to be in. They've seen enough of me for the day. And here he is, the great Ralph Paul from your CBD store in Keller. Is it the home of the Love It or Leave It CBD store? All right. What do you have? Let's see what you got.
Yeah, I get it.
Check it out.
All right.
You hear yourself okay?
Yes, sir. Hey, by the way, I do have the Pro. When you asked me how many cameras, I didn't know that those. I just said 3.
It's amazing, everybody, that these guys have these top-ended phones, and they don't know how to work them.
Yeah. I don't know how to use half this stuff on there.
It's kind of like the automobiles, too. Nobody knows how to operate those either. Come on, a little more.
Well, I was coming home from this golf outing, and I realized my skylight goes all the way back to the back seat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then when you open it up, it has this little fan or like a netting so that the air doesn't come down. Kind of cool.
And it breaks the sound of it as well.
Yeah. Well, I didn't realize that. So I've had it for what, 6 months?
Yeah, there you go.
That was the first time I've ever used it.
That's probably everybody out there that finds out stuff about their vehicle about a year afterwards. I didn't know I did that.
4 months ago, the shirt fit.
Oh, really? That's positive.
That's positive.
And Melinda goes, "That looks like you're wearing a dress." Now, that's what's nice about the table is it's cut off here.
Yeah, I almost wore a black shirt, and then I went and changed. I thought, oh, better.
Yeah,
not.
Ralph brought that up that we're wearing a rock. Well, except for Bo, he had to be Flash Gordon today.
That's
brought a little color to the show.
Sheldon Cooper
we need
shirt.
to find that little clip. Flash.
Sheldon Cooper, Big Bang Theory.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he wears.
Oh, that's
like
right.
That. Yeah,
he does, doesn't he?
Yeah,
that's what that is. He's Sheldon. He ain't Flash.
Yeah, he's Sheldon. Yeah,
that's funny.
He's a great actor.
Yes, he is.
What do you want to talk about? Just so I'm somewhat prepared.
I don't know. Let's talk about. I don't know.
If I
Grand Canyon,
Wood
Forest.
I'll tell you, I watched this. It was on Vice TV. I'm on the treadmill yesterday, and they had this clip about all the cheating that the New England coach Belichick, all the different things they cheated and so forth. The air in the ball, the video went on and on and on, and I didn't know all those things. And he basically got no repercussions.
Oh, they sent a guy into the other locker room, took a picture of their game plan.
Yeah.
Wow.
And brought it back to him.
Yeah. But he didn't use it. According to him.
No, we didn't even look at it.
Yeah. And then the next segment was about all the fights that were like in Philadelphia in the stands.
Oh, that place is
and in Oakland Raiders.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
And all the fight, they showed these fights. One guy got killed. And I mean, just the ambulance taking these people off. It was unbelievable. Then the last segment was about these football players playing with pain. So
Oh boy.
and at the end of that whole thing, they said these guys are using CBD and marijuana, okay, to cut the pain, because there's just cabinets full of opiates and, you know, steroids. They all get a steroid shot before they play. I mean, it was brutal.
Yep.
So I was going to mention that real quick, somewhere along the line.
I went to the Philadelphia Eagle game at the Vet, and I was there with my cousins, and we won with a field goal with like 6 seconds left. And they said, he goes, get that jersey off now. Get it off.
Yeah.
And he goes, stuck it down your britches. And I'm watching them spit on elderly, pour beer on people, walking up, just shoving people. I'm going, never again. If the Super Bowl was there and I won tickets, I'd give it away.
They showed on the news.
It's not the city of brotherly love like they would like to tell.
And the lie. Cowboys, that's a real rivalry.
Did you see what they showed yesterday on TV?
With the school?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, they're showing these little kids hitting the Cowboys, pictures of the Cowboys.
Yeah, they put dummies on down the hallway and then put a picture of all the Dallas Cowboys on it. Let all the kids beat them up.
Well, the dummies are the kids. That's what they're raising there.
214-787. Well, that was weird. 214-787-1190 is the Automotive Ed Radio Show. Here live in our new broadcast studio, and it's coming up together. You know, all those sound squares, I put them up the other day all around, and they all fell off.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I walked in, they're all on the ground. Like, what happened? And my brother said you have to use a different adhesive with acoustic pads than you do regular pads. So we'll have the whole room soundproofed and taken care of. I got a big one getting cut out for the window and
looking good, huh?
Anyway,
yeah,
it's getting there.
And
joining us, the man, the myth, the legend of the CBD world, with the best products that you can put in and on your body when it comes to CBD. You need to be writing your congressman and tell him, let's cut out the BS of trying to get rid of it. And why do we have Ralph on here? Well, you have to have your health if you're going to do anything. You've got to have good health. And I would just tell you that now that I'm working out more than I have in 35, 40 years, I've lost, yesterday I weighed in, I've lost 30 pounds.
Wow.
I'm feeling better than I ever have. I'm getting stronger. Thanks, buddy. Getting stronger. In fact, my brother, he was in Tennessee and he was watching the show and he goes, calls my sister over. He was visiting her. He goes, come here. Kurt photoshopped himself on the show. And she's like, what? And he goes, his face isn't fat anymore. He's photoshopped. I went, you don't Photoshop on a live. I guess you could, but.
He filtered.
Yeah, I filtered. But I always tell people, let's just take a break from the car for a minute. How do you get good health and work on getting pain-free? Because my shoulder, where I had my rotator cuff repaired, I started going into the heavy weights. And yesterday, man, I could barely get my arm up over my shoulder. And so I creamed up. I took your pain cream, got it in on both sides. I did the spray first and let it set, and then put the cream on it and finished my workout. So I don't know if I don't think there's any damage in there that I'm trying to cover up. I think that for me, I'm not a very patient guy. So I'm a results-oriented guy. How fast can we get to results? And so this pain cream and the spray have just been a blessing to me as I've got 14 more pounds to go. My goal was 44 pounds. And if it wasn't for CBD, I would have had to shut down my workouts.
Absolutely. That pain cream and the spray, it works like within 10 minutes. I mean, it's fast acting. And if you come to our store, that's the first thing we put on you. And I think it makes people more of a believer of the rest of the products, you know. But the rest of the products are pretty much like vitamins. It takes a little bit of time. You know, one of the things I like to discuss is that, you know, drugs target the symptoms where CBD is targeting the problem and putting things in balance in your system. And I always use my testimony. I'm 70 years old. I've been taking it about 6 years. It's really my daughter's story.
We really don't know how old Ralph is because he misleads us on Facebook about your birthday. And you do that every year. So we really don't know when your birthday is or how old you are.
Right. Well,
keeps that a secret.
No, he's using his wife's identity and birthday.
Right.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
That's smart. I'm going to do that on mine. It'd take me back about 25 years.
Well, years ago, I really didn't understand Facebook, so I didn't want to give out too much information.
Right, I got you.
So that's why I put that information in there. And when it's my wife's birthday, I get all these emails from people in Texas, happy birthday. And it's
so you had some really interesting information that we were talking before you came on about pro athletes, and you need to touch on. This is fascinating. Tune into what he's talking about.
I was on the treadmill yesterday, and I was just watching this Vice program. It's on the Vice channel, which I'm not even sure what it is, but it was talking about one of the clips about the NFL players playing with pain. And boy, it was a sad deal in the 90s because all these athletes had access to all these opiates and to all these pain drugs. And, if they had an issue, they would get a shot of cortisone and or steroids. And I'll tell you what, it was just brutal. These people were playing with broken bones, muscles that were detached from their system. I mean, it was just went on. And then, they were like warriors, so they wanted to get back in the game. And the doctors really couldn't do what they wanted to do because the owners wanted them back on the field. The coach wanted them back on the field.
The players actually wanted to be out a lot of times out there.
Yep. And if not, then they could lose their job.
Well, they got bonuses on playing time and all that.
Exactly. And some of them, their contract read if they got hurt, they wouldn't get paid. So anyways, it went on and on about all this stuff. One of the guys, remember McMahon? He was the quarterback
Jim
for
McMahon.
Jim McMahon.
Chicago Bears quarterback.
He took 30 opiates a day, after playing football, and until he found CBD. And so the end of that segment was about these players are smoking weed, and I'm not recommending that, and doing topical CBD and tincture CBD. And it really went on how these people found hope and relief in getting off of all these addictive drugs.
Yep.
And it went on and on about all the benefits. Ricky Williams, he was another running back, and he tested positive 2 or 3 times, and he got kicked out of the NFL. And they interviewed him, and he found something to relieve all the pain. And all these players, when they became 30, 40, 50 years old, they were just, their bodies were like old people. One of the players were saying, with all the drugs that they gave us, Monday we would recuperate. By Tuesday, I felt like 90-year-old man. Yeah. And cannabis and CBD were really identified as a relief.
Right.
It was a really interesting show.
Well, it's a heck of a lot better than the pharmaceutical stuff, because that's what put them in that shape in the first place, using that long term.
Exactly.
And they still didn't really, it probably didn't relieve the pain once they got used to that in their system.
Well, I think the big problem that we're having here, and then Trump signed the bill, but he signed a bunch of stuff that was included in the bill, and one of them was to remove all THC products. And I'm going, there hasn't been that educated conversation that you and I have, that I have with friends. And a buddy of mine called me, goes, hey, can I buy like 2 cases of that stuff? I saw Trump's killing the whole thing. I said, well, it's a year from now. We have a lot of time to educate President Trump on what you actually sign, because I have a couple of buddies that are ex-military and are going, my wife freaked out when she read that because she thinks I'm going back to drinking or drugs.
Yeah, and I just want to let everybody know we're open. And I have people texting me, can I still get my gummies? I need this for sleep. And, everything's the status quo. So, in fact, on Black Friday, we have 30% off of everything in the store. So I know some of our regulars like Cliff and Cindy, Cliff's really knowledgeable about cars. He really knows a lot about cars.
Tell you, we went to lunch one day and he did all the talking.
Yeah, he's really knowledgeable about that stuff.
And now he's knowledgeable about CBD.
Yep. And your buddy from high school. So I want to God, I can't think of his name.
I think it's Virgil, because he was my tennis buddy.
Okay. Well, they're great customers. Anyway, so, we establish a relationship with these people.
Well, you need to, because when you're putting stuff on your body that you don't know of, or you're ingesting something when you don't know what it is, you need the right people. And your wife, a retired nurse, and the people that work for you, they're so dialed in on health. And once again, a buddy of mine called. He said, on my way over to the CBD store, this was a couple months ago, I stopped at 3 other places, and they were really encouraging, how high do you want to get? And that's the problem in the market.
And that's why it's getting
Because you
such a
guys
bad
are-
rap, and why they're wanting to stop it,
Yeah.
because it's the wrong side of the track of what's being
And you've
presented.
never been about the high. You've always been about the health.
Exactly. You know, yesterday we had a lady who ordered, and it was a product for her dog, 32-pound dog. And my wife spent probably a half an hour on the phone with her. But this dog was taking all these terrible drugs that people would take.
Oh, wow.
And they were spending $1 zillion on pharmaceutical drugs for the dog. And we hear this all the time, you know. Now my dog is doing CBD, and we got away from all the drugs. You know, again, we're USDA approved organic. There's a QR code on every product that has all of our lab reports and information on it. And anyway, so we're just a clean product, and we're proud of it. We're proud of it. So, and, you know, here's an interesting thing. We have never increased our prices in 7 years that we've been in business.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah. You know, we should.
USDA certified organic.
Absolutely.
You ship for free.
Absolutely.
But the big thing is, what's different about Ralph and his company and his employees is you want a conversation.
Exactly.
Do you know what you're ordering? Do you know what you're getting? What do you need it for? And I bet there's a lot of people that have come in thinking one thing and they've left with another product.
Exactly. And don't just get online. Call us and talk to us, okay? So we can communicate. There's so many variables: weight, severity, metabolism. There's so many variables, your gallbladder, you know, whether you have it or not.
Yep.
There's so many variables that we can help you with. And that's why you don't see it in grocery stores like you used to, because people bought something, they didn't know how much to take, what to take.
And didn't buy it anymore, so they took it off the shelf.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's take a quick break. 214-787-1190 is the number. It's the Automotive Edge Radio Show. We'll be right back.
Would you grab me a water?
Sure.
And we appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in to the broadcast today here at the Automotive Edge Broadcast Studio. We're here every Saturday morning on Talk Radio 1190. That's an iHeartMedia network station out of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. You can also, if you don't do any of these social media sites where you can see our live streams, you can download the iHeartMedia app and then search Talk Radio 1190 Dallas. There'll be a little icon that pops up that's white with 1190 in it. You just click onto that icon and it'll take you right to the station to where you can listen to it from anywhere. Did you know that?
Yeah.
So wherever you may be, I think in the world, you can listen to us right there. And thank you so much. And get the live feed from the radio station if you don't do social media stuff. So, but otherwise, if you do some social media things, you can find the live stream here on the Automotive Edge Facebook page. That's the Automotive Edge Facebook
I've
page.
become pretty
Or
dependent
Shifting
on it.
Gears.
Yeah, they gave me a
Facebook
set of
page.
them that looked like I had an IBM computer hanging out of my ear on the custom ones. I'm not wearing those. So I got these and they help. I mean, and they're so just lightweight.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. And
Boy.
you know, at my point in life, I'm not that vain though. I don't care if people see it. Or
And
not.
they call me old.
oh, you are.
I don't have hearing aids.
Hey, well, I want to congratulate you on 22 years of being on the radio.
Thanks.
That's a very, very positive thing. Should I wait till you come back on to say that?
No.
Well, you can if you want, but we're celebrating next Saturday.
Next Saturday, yeah.
Yep.
We're just wanting to make sure we.
Today is the day, and I was talking to Brian McFarland, and I reached out to Scott Wilder and some other people. For the 20th, well, you were there at the 20th.
Yeah.
Celebration. Scott Wilder flew in, who gave me my start in radio, him and Brian McFarland. And Scott was the one that Melinda was listening to on the way home on Christian Talk Radio. And I said, no one listened to Christian Talk Radio. She said, I do. And at the time, wasn't my, you know, I was a believer, but I wasn't saved, and met him, completely changed my life. And him and Brian believed in something that we could do together. And here we are 22 years later.
Wow.
But The reason why we're not celebrating today is because we want to make sure we finish the show to actually get 22 years in. So next week we're actually celebrating.
We made it 22 years.
It's like
Where are you going to be next
It's like
week?
finishing a game. You know,
Yeah.
you're playing
El Dorado Chevrolet.
you're actually playing a certain game, but it's not complete until you finish it. So
Right.
we're hoping to get this thing finished so we can say we did it.
It isn't over to the fat ladies thing.
Exactly.
1 minute till we're back live.
Yeah, he was going, so where are you doing it? And I said, well, we're at home studio, and I got a new piece of equipment that I had to put in, new router. And so I wasn't sure if it was going to work or not. I had to sign it a new phone number and blah, 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 blah. So I went to get my new phone. I wasn't even getting a new phone. I was setting up a family plan versus a business plan. They changed everything. 2 hours later, they went, we messed up. We can't do that and save you money. Had to shut everything down. I had to call everybody in the family and go, hey, they're going to turn your phone off a little bit. Redo everything again. I got there 11 o'clock and I left after 2 o'clock at Verizon.
Oh, wow.
I was like, but he goes, Mr. Chase, I'm sorry. We thought we could do a family plan, but we can't at this rate. But we're going to give you this 17 iPro Whamma Jamma Ding Dong special. And then they gave me a iWatch. What do you call
That's
it?
called an iWatch.
Oh, it's a
Big old hunk of metal on there, and it's like a computer on your hand.
It's like mine, but it's a lot bigger.
I went, no, thank you.
I love mine.
And so he goes, well, it's free. I went, great.
Yeah.
I took it home.
That's free. Well, those things are pretty expensive.
$1,100.
Yeah.
214-787-1190. This segment of the show goes to the great folks over at Classic Kia Carrollton. Let me just tell you, we're going to run through here coming up in another segment where everybody is on 25 inventory versus 26. Let me try 2025 inventory versus 2026. And right now, Classic Kia Carrollton, even on your EV6 and EV9s, a lot of people, we lost a $7,500 tax credit, thank God. No more federal funding of buying an automobile. Could never wrap my brain around it. But Kia's jumped up, and they're still giving massive discounts just like it was in place. So whether you're leasing or buying the new Sportage, the new K4, the new K5, the new Carnival, and then they got the new Telluride getting totally redesigned. They're going to be releasing all the pictures from the LA Auto Show here in about a week, and you'll be able to see what the new Telluride looks like. And I got to tell you what, going from the 25 to 26, you can't lose either way. But the big discounts and the monies right now are on the 25s. The place, ClassicKiaCarrollton.com. That's ClassicKiaCarrollton.com, right there at 35 and 121. Stop in to see Alan Glover, General Manager, Jesse Hull, Managing Partner, and the great staff at Classic Kia Carrollton. When it comes to Kia, go no further than ClassicKiaCarrollton.com.
I'd like to say good morning to Psycho Dave.
Psycho Dave.
A producer in the radio world and been with one a long time. But
He's going to be helping me out here pretty soon.
Salem Media Group, and good morning, Psycho.
Psycho Dave. One thing that's the most important part of your life is your health. And that's why we always like when we can to get Ralph Paul here, owner of your CBD store, Keller.com. And I know there's a lot of crazy places. I remember when I walked into one place, he goes, you got to go check this place out. When you get there, it's this giant skull and crossbones. And I'm going, well, gee, what are they selling in here? And literally the young guy behind the counter goes, we get to talk and everything. Go, well, I know you're not a cop. And I went, boy, this thing is going to take a turn.
Yeah.
And he literally said, well, let me ask you a question. How high do you want to get? I said, have you seen Fast Times at Ridgemont High? And he goes, no. I said, well, watch it and then call me. I want to get that high. And I'm just looking at this kid like, I can't believe. And that's where the big separation of what your CBD store, Keller.com, that's your CBD store, Keller.com, is so different from others because.
But that's also what's given it.
Bo, do you remember when you and I were at Ralph's store and that family brought that kid in and I was in tears? It broke my heart to see the condition of this boy.
Oh,
and luckily the dad knew how to calm him down with the coloring books and it was a big kid too. I mean, he was the size of a grown man.
It was,
and,
definitely.
And what was going on with him would you would look in the mirror and go, God has so blessed me and my family when you saw that.
Yes.
And their patience where it was just the norm, and your products has changed that kid's life.
Yep. And that was what, a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
At least.
And we
yeah.
still auto ship to them. They live in Grand Prairie.
Yep.
We auto ship to them every month.
And do you get good reports you get from them all the time? Did you?
Well,
or
we
just
haven't.
shipping?
You know, I'm not at the
Well, they're
store
still
very
getting
often.
the stuff, so obviously it's helping. But,
Yeah. I know, like, shortly after that, she came in with a text and, you know, said the school texted her saying how improved he is,
Awesome.
that type of thing. And she came in like a week later or something, you know, just in
I remember you
tears,
saying that, right?
you know, just saying, man, he just, you know, he's mellowed out. The reason they came in was a doctor recommended him to come there because he was beating up mom, and because he was so big, and he was just violent. And I think he was just frustrated because he couldn't communicate.
Now, what was the issue? I couldn't remember.
Well, you know, supposedly this just happened
He
like
had numerous
overnight.
neurological diseases.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he had some serious problem. I was listening to Dad kind of talking about it, and
And he wasn't that way all the time. That it
No,
kind
it
of
But if
happened.
you think about it, y'all made him that little cocktail, and he drank while he was there. And
Remember.
Bo and I were there for almost an hour and a half, 2 hours, and we just watched half of it get wiped out. And the mom was like, you know, we're not wealthy people, but this was told to us. What do we need to do? You gave her a great discount. She took it, and man, we watched that kid get up and go to the van, and he was a different
in that
kiddo.
in that short
Yeah.
period of time. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys experienced some of the cool stuff that we experienced
Just
every
about
day.
every time we were there. We
So my buddy Ralph, who I love so much, and I love him and his family, regardless of the CBD. We've become good people.
I'm working on it.
We dine together. Most of all, we pray together. Good, solid people. The brain boost. I would just tell you, when you log on yourcbdstorekeller.com, depending on what you do for a living, my wife takes this to work, and they have the little caps there that she can put on it after she opens it, and she'll take a half a can, and she is on the computer working so hard, and it keeps her in focus. And then she likes the where do we do it here?
Yep.
The CBG gummies, G4 Go, and it's not bouncing off the walls, or you just had 10 gallons of caffeine. It's sometimes she'll take a half. At night, she'll take a half a gummy. I take a whole gummy, she takes a half. So everybody's different. But I'm telling you this, the CBD, not only do we love the Paul family and grown to know them very, very well and have a great friendship, plus we like to dine together. They have changed our life and our family's life. In fact, I've got a guy in my Bible study that fell off a ladder, and you went to his house, and he called and he goes,
Bill
goes, incredible how I feel. Incredible. And so it's not one size fits all, but it's a conversation that you need to have with Ralph and his staff there to find out what will work for you. And one of them was talking about all the stuff that they gave their dog. I said, hey, go to your CBD store. And they said, what do you mean? I said, if that's what goes on with the dog, when lightning and a storm hits, they said, you would not believe what we have to do. And the one guy ordered this thing online. They were telling me the story that they put the dog's legs and everything and just lifts them off the ground and kind of compresses a little bit. And I'm going, how much did that cost? Where you have natural organic products to help these situations.
One of them is called Chilling Out, and like July 4th or storms, we sell a ton of it. And it's the chew is based on about a 40-pound dog, and we have other products for a bigger dog, but it just kind of mellows them. And it has the CBN product in it, which is in our gummies for sleep, and it just kind of just chills them. And again, it's all organic, it's clean, and they love it to eat them. So it works really well.
And I had my friend Tammy, her son, really bad with the ADHD, and came in and got with Abby when she was with you, and they spent some time together, and he breezed through his senior year. They're like, what happened here? And it came down to taking a product, and y'all was talking about, hey, the front lobe and this one here does this, and this one does. I mean, you have really researched and studied the product to where it's not
Extremely
one size
educated
fits
about
all.
what those things do. And
Yeah, our
it's so
staff-
amazing.
Our staff is really smart about this stuff. You know, they have to listen to like 28 webinars. Chrissy gives them a test and everything else. And I don't know, you know, we get so much input from our customers. You know, we've been helping people for 7 years now. And, you know, the CBG gummy, which has no THC in it, I take this before I play golf, and I usually shoot better on the front nine than the back, just because
Until it kicks in a little bit better by the
my
back
brain
nine.
is like focused, and then I kind of it wears off. And anyway, but I do a whole one. My daughter and wife, they do half, and again, like you were saying, everybody's different, and just works really good in my golf game.
So right now, log on yourcbdstorekeller.com.
And I have it on the screen if you're watching on the show.
yourcbdstorekeller.com. Take a look at the products and you go, what does that do? What is a tincture? What is an oil? What is the, and talk with them. Remember, they'll ship for free.
Yep, and our staff will be there at 10:30. They're probably already there. And please call us so we can have a conversation about it. That's really the key.
If you're like most regular public people out there that has been under the assumption that one gummy is all there is to CBD,
Yeah.
you need to get in touch with your CBD store, Keller.com, with Ralph and his lovely wife, Carol, and find out the difference.
Because Melinda went through a couple. Now she likes the 1-to-1-to-1.
Right.
And so it was trial and error. She goes, I didn't like this one, or I just, it didn't really do anything. And then she spent some time with Christy, and now every 90 days, whatever it is, the 1-to-1-to-1, when we went to Florida, Melinda goes, oh my gosh, I forgot to pack them. And luckily I called you. We found a place 20 minutes away, and she got to 1-to-1-to-1. We had a great vacation. She was sleeping.
Yep.
Yeah. So all different places from A to Z in your life that you need help with. This is it right here.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you guys. Hey, you know, there's only 33 days left till Christmas.
That's exactly right.
Did you know that?
32 and a half almost.
Yep. And I want to congratulate you on 22 years of being on the radio. I think that's a great accomplishment. And I know you've helped a lot of people with the car industry. You've helped me. I've never bought new cars. I've just bought 2 in the last couple of years.
And he wasn't going to buy this one, but he listened to me and understood that tires make all the difference in the world.
Exactly. So I want that truck with those tires and that other thing. And
the reason he got that figured out is with the Kurt Chase recommendations and knew the stuff. So that's why you need to go to the automotiveedge.com, click on Ask Kurt or message Kurt and get all the details before we do anything.
But right now it's yourcbdstorekeller.com. Yourcbdstorekeller.com. Let them know you're listening to the radio show. And I'm telling you, don't worry about a New Year's resolution. Start better health now. Quick break. We'll be right back.
All right. Thanks.
All right.
You want me to exit?
You can hang out another segment if you want.
Yeah.
Why not? We can have some fun, talk some cars. You know cars.
Sure. Yeah. I know a little bit about cars.
Well, there you go. Oh, okay. Great. Thanks. Appreciate that.
Make sure you have some food with it.
Which is that? What is that?
You know, when you drink one,
Yeah.
have food with it.
Because it helps boost it, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Okay.
Yeah, it works better.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Have you been up to Horizon since they closed down? Horizon?
What's Horizon?
I mean, the Outpost 36 or whatever it's called. Have you been up there? Every Saturday. Today's Saturday.
And it's really weird. Because when you walk in, you know, you go in the main door and then you go like to the register.
Yeah.
And they stop you. And they say, would you like fine dining? Would you like some of the Horizon 76 special menu with a waiter? Or would you like to just have a seat and us bring out the barbecue?
Wow.
And that's what you get.
Wow.
So, yeah, when you're there at the place, so we come walking in, but, you know, the lady usually there, hey, how are y'all? She knows we're going up.
Right.
I don't need a waiter.
Right.
Well, Melinda and I'll split a turkey sandwich, and you know, Dwight's leaving.
Yeah, you told me that.
Yeah,
right after
Thanksgiving, he's gone.
Yeah.
He said his elderly parents have a big farm. I forgot what he said, like 200 acres or something.
Yeah, Sulphur Springs.
And mom and dad are not doing well, and they need someone to keep. It's a working farm.
Yeah.
And so he's going there to take care of it. He'll still be a partner, but not on site. And he said he's been there every night, Wednesday through Saturday, cooking the steaks. And we could have had 5 lunches by the time he got done telling us how well he cooks a steak. But I love Dwight. He is really a hands-on owner.
Yeah, they're going to miss him.
Brings it. So yeah, that's going to be at Christina's.
1 minute till we're back live.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And
that's fully a family business.
yeah,
Christian
number
family business.
116 Mexican restaurant in the Keller Watauga area. No, I'm just kidding. They're like everywhere.
Yeah.
But Tommy's Tamales pulled out. They're gone.
Huh.
The place across the street, it's shutting down, and there was 2 other Mexican restaurants that closed. And now Christine's coming in, and then I forgot who else is. Somebody else is opening up a.
So they didn't know.
Oh, you know Aquarius, the restaurant over there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now they're opening up here on Keller Parkway their spin of true Sicilian pizza.
Oh, wow.
Because they don't want to, sell pizza in the main restaurant.
Yeah.
So you got some new stuff coming here, and
positive, very positive.
Yep.
And a lot of medical things in Keller.
But we know a lot about restaurants, huh?
Oh.
So
yeah.
Chrissy's
have you eaten at Tajin?
Yeah, I like that place.
I do too.
Yeah, I've getting
His specials are
the
great.
blackened.
Yeah.
And it comes with the potato and the corn.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a meal.
Yeah.
And then Jeremy loves the shrimp, the fried shrimp, and it's not expensive.
You know who this is right here? Will drive you crazy.
I forgot. I don't remember. I forgot the 80s.
Kiss.
Yeah.
Okay. Kiss.
You play that song,
Kiss.
No, Not Stopping Us Now.
Yeah.
No Stopping Us Now. That used to be our theme song in our meeting every morning. And I had everybody up there singing that song, No Stopping Us Now. So I think of that every time you guys play that.
It has
214-787-1190. Remember this name, Jermaine Pearson. Jermaine Pearson. Remember Jermaine with the Jackson 5? I kind of put things together with, things so I help remember. Jermaine Pearson, General Sales Manager, Classic Arlington Buick GMC. It doesn't get any better. This guy wants to be hands-on. He brings energy. He brings the heat, and he'll preach to you as well. His staff just falls in line with his energy, his positiveness every time he's talking with somebody. Because here's the deal. Jermaine knows not everybody's going to buy a vehicle when they show up. He has that opportunity to either sell you at the time or to give you all the information so there's no doubt where you're coming back. And that's Classic Arlington Buick GMC right there at Collins and 20 in Arlington. But you need to meet the guy. I'm telling you, he will set the tone and the difference. And I got to tell you, you need to look at the Buick Envision. You're looking to save money and get reliable transportation. You open it up, you can't believe you're paying $25,000 for the vehicle. All the way up to the Buick Enclave, one of my top 5 SUVs in the market. Now they're saying they're going to make it a little better. I don't know how they can do that. So from the GMC pickup trucks, the Sierra, they have their elevations on sale. They're clearing out their 25s. Not a lot of 25 inventory left, but they're still making deals. So the Hummer, the Buick, and the GMC line all at one place. Jermaine Pearson, my guy, at classicarlington.com. That's classicarlington.com. So I was talking to a group of guys the other day, and it was amazing that I said, if you could bring back one car, what car would you bring back? And out of the 12 guys that I asked, guess what? 8 of them said the same car. What are the chances of having a dozen guys in the room and 8 of them? We all wrote it down, then we turned the card around, and then 8 of the 12 were all the same. So if you could bring back a car other than the stinking Beetle, I'm so tired of hearing you talk about your Volkswagen.
I had 4 of them before I had any other cars.
No, actually, I love it.
I'm going to say the 1957 Chevy Bel Air.
Really?
Love that car.
I was going to say a GTO.
That's a good choice.
Thank you.
GTO.
Yeah, I'd go GTO.
Yeah. I mean, they changed the body style over the years, but boy, that was a good-looking car, and that was something
muscle car too.
Yeah.
Really.
Oh, that was one of the most standout, iconic brands when it came to American muscle, was a GTO.
Yeah. and they look cool. They
I'm
sounded
still
cool.
staying with the 57 Chevy.
Well,
You know what? I would love to see the El Camino come back.
Ooh, yeah.
I love that
boy.
the 454 SS,
You're hurting me.
the Cowboy Cadillac.
You're pushing me hard there.
You know, when that thing came out, my buddy Tony Thompson had one, and he had, remember Smoking the Bandit that had the Trans Am with the Gold Eagle on it?
Mhm.
Well, he had the El Camino with the Gold Eagle on the
Oh,
hood.
wow.
And I got to tell you what, he pulled up, you know, he was a pretty boy, you know, well built, long hair, and all the girls wanted to ride in his little Cowboy Cadillac. I went, gosh, I need one of those.
So what did the guys pick? What did the other people pick that you said was kind of all the same?
Chevelle.
Oh, that's
Chevelle.
a good pick.
And every one of them was Chevelle SS, the Super Sport. And they all wanted the 454.
Oh, of course.
And so they sit there, so I'd turn them up, and they all held them in front. And everybody's looking around. And then we all start laughing because I'm sitting there going, oh, my gosh. And then there was a 57 Chevy, which is very common with a lot of people. And there was a couple of others. One of the guys, which, you know, I still remember selling them, was the Impala SS.
Yeah.
And, you know, they had the Malibu, and then they come out with the Impala, and then they come out with the Impala SS, and they had the Daytona series.
That was a big car, though. I remember.
It was a big car.
It was a.
Oh, yeah.
They still have an Impala club. That's very, very popular.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So, you know, I went to the Mecum auction, and I was a little disappointed because a 442.
Did you raise your hand?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. Did you raise your hand at the
no,
auction? Nah,
no.
come
I
on,
just,
man.
you know,
I've been waiting for that.
I just can't.
He wears wrist weights when he goes.
But the 442, okay, what does the 442 stand for?
I understand. It's a 400 series motor, 4-barrel, dual exhaust.
Right. Well, I thought it was 4 on the floor. Was one of
A lot of people did.
Well, and I was disappointed in the sense that there was 442s that were automatic. And I was like, that's defeating the purpose. You know, I always thought one of the 4s was 4 on the floor.
I thought it was the horsepower.
No.
I mean, that's what I thought.
I
I thought, like, man, that's cool. 442 horses on that vehicle.
Yeah, when the first, you know, when you read some of the things back then, when they were putting the manual transmission in some of the old school, the big blocks, they couldn't handle it. I mean, coming out of first and second gear, you know, they didn't back then. You know,
All over
see
the place.
Pop the Tracker and,
Right.
and the limited slip. You didn't see any of that.
That's what happened to me in
so
that
it
Road
was just
Runner.
hold on to your butt. We're going through the gears. And so the automatic transmission, you know, because everybody started in low. If you remember back then, you know, you hit that little button, you know, to get it down. Then it popped once it got into drive, and it wouldn't come out until it was in drive. So you had low 1, 2, and then drive, you know, 3-speed. And the big thing was some of those cars back then with the manual transmission were uncontrollable.
Well, that's what it was in that 70 Roadrunner. My girlfriend's father let me drive, and I brought that sucker back and said, don't let me ever drive this sucker again. I had a lot of trouble with it.
Well, if you think back then, you had the Roadrunner, you had the Sebring, you had the Satellite, you had the Custom. I mean, there were so many that kind of fell into that category of that style car. The Charger, because there wasn't a Challenger then. It was just the Charger.
Right.
And so all of them was that two-door with the really cool design.
yeah.
Sometimes the trip windows, but they all had the big engines in it. Was just I remember my dad came home with a Sebring Satellite, canary yellow, white Landau, trip windows. And my mom, he comes pulling up, and here, my good old Catholic mom, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, Larry, what have you bought? And he goes, well, Jane, I bought a Sebring Satellite. And she said, there's 7 kids. He goes, well, that's what the station wagon's for. My mom was just, and so I asked Dad, I said, why'd you get it? And he goes, because he would go out at night. He was a reserve cop. And when he was in town, and he would race the squad cars up and down Irving Boulevard. Nothing could catch this thing. He thought it was great. And then eventually, you know, he got rid of the car. But I still remember back then, that was the true American muscle.
Sherry Morrison said, I had the Impala SS convertible, red, black top, black leather interior, a block long.
Wow.
That's
convertible SS.
How about
you
them
know how
apples?
rare that car is?
Wow.
Because most of them were, you know, hard tops. They had
Right.
the Daytona Special, and they actually came out with the Indy Series. And then you had the SS, and yeah,
What a ride.
that was the deal.
I never knew you had that, but thanks for sharing that because that's sweet.
Was your favorite car your SL?
The Mercedes?
Yeah.
Well, that was my dream car. So I had the older model, and that thing drove like a truck. And but they look cool. That was like the doctor's car, and they look cool. It was yellow, canary yellow, and it looked cool, but it drove terrible. And then in the
Remember how big that steering wheel was?
Yeah,
big steering wheel.
and it had horsehair for the seats to make them cushy. And then in the 90s, they came out with the 500 SL with the new body style and everything. And as I was listening to your product or your program earlier, I didn't want to buy a 90 because that's the first year. So I waited to 91, and then I bought it used, and I kept that car for 10, 12 years.
Yeah.
And that was my my dream car, convertible. And it was kind of nice because some people, you can only put 2 people in there. So if I didn't want somebody, I drove that car. Anyway, all worked out.
I bought an E350 Cardinal Red Sport Premium and loved that car. And I had it for just a few months, and the dealer called and asked me if I'd be interested in selling it. And so I traded it, and the dealer bought the vehicle. They had somebody there was only one. I brought it in from Atlanta, and he had to have that color combination. And I traded, get this, I went from a Mercedes to a Ram truck. But it was one of those things. Hey, I want to thank Ralph Paul for being here today. Remember, your CBD store, Keller.com. Don't start your New Year's resolution. All that's what a waste of time and energy.
1 minute to commercial.
Like my pastor says, February 1st is his greatest day because he gets his parking place back at the gym. They have Trim, a product that can help you with your weight loss, but so many other products to change your life. The place, your CBD store, Keller.com. They ship for free. Talk to them, learn about it. You can go online and say, hey, tell me about this product. I want to look at this product, and let the people at your CBD store, Keller.com, help you. I take 3 of their products daily. My wife takes several of the products daily. We have friends and family that live, eat, and breathe it for so many things because it doesn't mask the product. It targets the product. Your CBD store, Keller.com.
And if you mention the Automotive Edge radio show, we give you 20% off.
Yeah.
There we go. Quick break. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Great seeing you, Ralph.
Okay.
Look,
Good to see you guys.
Brand new watch on.
No, it's my Trump watch.
Oh, okay.
So look in the inside there. It has a fight, fight, fight.
He just started doing his own commercials on them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's promoting them. They're doing. They gave you a code.
Sweet.
Yeah. So it's kind of a good watch.
Was
but it's perpetual.
MAGA 45 or whatever the code was, and you get another 20% off. But he's got 4 different watches to choose from, and he started the promo yesterday.
I didn't see that.
And then the Democrats, I can't believe that he's selling watches, but he's donating all the profits.
Yeah.
He's not keeping anything from it.
Right.
All of it's going to one of the Wounded Warrior projects and stuff. And
if you ever watch the history of him, he's really helped so many people.
Oh.
Ed McMahon was going to lose his house because he had cancer.
Yep.
And Trump paid it off for him.
Yep.
And I mean, it was story after story after story about people that he's helped over the years.
No doubt.
They never talk about that on the news.
Well, like you said, if he tomorrow we handed everybody a pill that would cure cancer for everybody,
they'd say, "What is he doing?"
They'd be mad about it.
Yeah. Well, you heard where he tore the label off his mattress, and they're going after him for that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's just sad times. What's going on? I can't wait till next year when the big beautiful bill kicks in completely and things are going to get turned around. And you know what? You can disagree with. Sometimes he does. I wish he would say less or stick to
being more politically
he likes to
correct.
pat himself on the back quite a bit, but his results are great. You look at the stock market. What is it? 47 now.
Our church, we're part of this judicial reform, and they're building a safe house for women, and it's 100 beds, and the city just fought them tooth and nail. Make a long story short, because of Biden's open borders, that industry, sex slaves and so forth, has like quadrupled. Okay. And our church is real active. They're building a building in the back. They're called it the Justice Reform, and they're going to, have it a safe haven for women. And it's a big deal. We had a dinner 2 nights ago for a fundraiser for it, and they're really stepping up to help people. And unfortunately, that would be half of what it would normally be if we didn't have open borders.
Right.
No
doubt about it.
So anyways, well, I appreciate you guys. I'm going to head to the store.
That's cool.
And we'll catch you guys
Mrs.
later.
Chase will be very
Yes,
thankful.
sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
And I appreciate you guys. I like your setup here.
Cool.
Thank you. Do I need to let him out?
I think he knows his way out.
You don't want me to lock it? Well, be safe out there. Great seeing you. Tell Carol I said hello.
I'm just going to go pick up a turkey and probably head home, but I can be there.
We are back in 45 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't work with the headphones. The other thing I got to get adjusted to when I'm sitting in a room, the feedback I get is the brain has to get reprogrammed. So that's the only thing I got to get used to.
Yeah, and they say, don't know this far.
Yeah.
We're back in 15.
I'll push you after the show. You too.
So Sherry said that her brother had a 57 Chevy and before that a Chevelle SS.
Oh, yeah.
And she said that's how she learned to drive a stick. Only way to
right.
drive.
All right, buddy. Two 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. It's the Automotive Edge radio show helping you with all your automotive needs, whether you're buying, selling, trading, leasing, parts, service, or body shop. We got you covered. I'll tell you who else has got you covered, and that's Crest Cadillac right there, 121 in Frisco. I love the Cadillac line. I'm glad they still have the CTS, XT4, XT5, XT6. I'm a big gas guy, and they've got them. And then you got the big bad boy, the Escalade. And our buddy Justin Crane just got one, and he loves his Cadillacs. You will too. The place, Crest Cadillac 121 and the Tollway. Cadillac is celebrating with their real competitive low APR financing in the Lyric, Optique, and the Vistique until the end of the month. 2.9. We haven't even seen 2.9 on Cadillacs. Is available for 60 months on the 2026 Lyric, Optique, and Vistique. 5 or more, so it's not like you just show up and there's just one at that price. They have plenty of them. And that's when financed with approved credit through Cadillac Financial. The monthly payment is $17.92 per month, $1,000 finance per 1,000 finance. Visit Crest Cadillac for your holiday shopping and check out all the specials either online at crestcadillactx.com. That's crestcadillactx.com, or just head there in person. Exit the Tollway Frontage Road, and if you're heading west, you'll exit the Tollway Frontage Road. It's on the right-hand side. If it's going east, loop underneath it, and stop in there and meet the great folks. Enjoy let me rephrase it. Live your Crest life. Not just enjoy it, but live it. CrestCadillacTX.com. That's CrestCadillacTX.com. And I can tell you, Mike Brosen and his team, their delivery process is second to none. The way they have that set up, it is, you will appreciate buying or leasing and owning a Cadillac from Crest Cadillac. Just when you get on the delivery service, it's like going to that 5-star restaurant going, wow, it was worth every penny. That's CrestCadillacTX.com.
It's a different person, the person that was your salesperson.
Yeah,
it's a totally separate thing altogether. And the delivery people are this letting you going over your vehicle. That's all they do.
Yep.
So it's 100% fantastic.
Yep. So there was a couple things I wanted to cover. One of them was I was asked about the extended service contracts, and I just want to tell you, if you are one of these people that are keeping your cars for a very long time, you're not trading every 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, depending on when the bumper-to-bumper warranty expires, get yourself an extended warranty. I have people calling me, texting me, emailing me every week going, can you believe how much this repair is? Kurt, how much to do this? Kurt, how much to do that? And I always say, hey, go to mydriversedge.com, find a location, let them know you're listening to the radio show, look at their coupons, and save yourself some money, because the average labor rate is over $200 an hour. And people say, why? The cost of doing business. Rent factors are through the roof. The equipment these guys and gals use in the service department is through the roof. Parts are through the roof. I'm telling you, it is a different time out there. And this is the best time that extended warranties can really, really save you a lot of money. Now, some people, when we talk, we go, well, you bought a 7-year, 100,000-mile extended warranty, but you have a 3-year bumper to bumper. So actually, you're just buying the additional time. This is true. You do have some perks in there with rental cars and different things, certain kind of discount, whatever the case may be. But here's the thing: you could wait 3 years from now, and that labor rate could be at $300, and your part that cost $100 is now $175. It's not getting cheaper. Why? Because they're building the cars better. They're taking less, but less is getting more expensive. So when you're buying less in bulk, the price goes up. So as they continue to build the cars better and the cars are getting more expensive, so is the labor rate and so is the parts. So that's why I say take a look. And remember, the other day the guy came out and he told him, hey, the extended warranty is $3,900 and whatever the deal was. And so we got to talking. I made a couple of phone calls and he got it for $2,600. So he saved $1,300 and he got the exact same warranty that was being sold. So what's better, a dealership warranty or the online warranties that they're selling? Well, you just got to look at it. You got to read the fine print when you're buying an aftermarket warranty outside the dealership, online or wherever, to make sure that that warranty, those rates, those labor charges, those part charges will be paid. That's all I can tell you. Make sure that if you go to the dealership and you have A, B, or C, there's 3 big companies out there.
45 seconds till break.
That there's communication between you, your service advisor, and that warranty company before they turn a wrench to make sure you're taken care of. Now, if you have the manufacturer's warranty, they're good anywhere in the United States. It doesn't matter what the cost is. If it's a warranty item, you will be taken care of. Big, big difference. Some have deductibles, some don't. But I'm telling you, now is a good time. And if you're not sure about extended warranties, go to theautomotiveedge.com, shoot me an email, and let's talk warranties. 214-787-1190. Quick break. We're going to come back. Bo's going to sing for us here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show. We'll be right back.
Well, I'm going to play another clip. That's what I'm going to play if I can get it up running here. This is the few clips we play to try to add some little entertainment to the broadcast. Let's see what we got here.
Oh, well, how much gas you think is in there right now?
Well, it's on E.
You know what? Oftentimes, Jerry, he lends me his car, and I find myself in a situation where the car is almost out of gas. But for a variety of reasons, I don't want to be the one responsible for purchasing costly gasoline.
So you want to know how far you can drive your friend's car for free?
Well, I make it up to him in other ways.
Where's it now?
There's still some overlap between the needle and the slash below the E.
How low are you going to go?
Oh, I've been in the slash many times. This is nothing. You'll get used to it. Just put it out of your mind.
Have you ever been completely below
Well, I almost did once, and I blacked out. When I came to, the car was in a ditch and the tank was full. I don't know who did it, and I never got to thank them.
Mr. Kramer, the road! Is it just the angle I'm looking from?
No, sir, we are down there.
Oh, this is amazing. Oh, I never felt so alive.
That's the car salesman.
All right, I'm satisfied. We better get some gas.
What? Oh, we can't stop now.
What do you mean?
We have to keep going all the way back to the dealership. That was the plan.
There was no plan.
Well, let's make it the plan. Let's just go for it, like Thelma and Louise.
Go to a dealership?
No, they drove off a cliff.
No one sick mama. I like it.
Could you blame it the road?
Cars can go on empty, but not us humans, huh, fella? I'll get us a couple of Twix bars.
No, no coconut for me.
All right, I'll get your mom's bar.
Oh, the salesman stepping in the car, getting ready to add gas.
Ah! Oh, man, not the gas. But it needs it, Kramer. It needs it bad.
This will make you happy, because it won't.
Oh, you can just go on without me.
When that car rolls into that dealership and that tank is bone dry, I want you to be there with me when everyone says Kramer and that other guy, oh, they went farther to the left of the slash than anyone ever dreamed.
Maybe we better get moving.
It's good to have you back, Stan.
It's Rick, by the way. Go time. There's the dealer. Ah! We did it. We pulled it off. I can't believe it. Where's the needle?
Oh, it broke off, baby.
Oh, Mr. Kramer, I got to thank you. I learned a lot. Things are going to be different for me now.
Well, that's a weird thing to say.
I wonder how much longer we could have lasted.
Yeah, I wonder.
There they go, right past the dealership.
Total greatness. I watched that clip not too long ago, and that is about as good as it gets.
Oh yeah, I mean that's just so funny because you know Purple Haze named her ILX Kramer because I'm always trying to tell us do the same thing because I never leave put gas in it, and she gets mad at me. She said, "Why are you always doing that?" She said, "I'm naming this vehicle Kramer." That's what she calls her car, Kramer.
I never let mine, if it gets just a little bit below a half, I fill up.
Right. I'm like Kramer, though. I make it up to her in other ways.
Yeah, I can't. Every Sunday, I always look at Melinda's gas, and then I make sure I clean her car. Obviously, with the rain, and we got heavy storms coming in tomorrow,
Right.
I won't. But I'm real big on always having a full tank. In fact, my pastor wanted to drive my car because he's thinking about upgrading. He's got a 2019, I believe, and he brought it back and he filled it up for me.
Well, good for him.
Good for me.
Good for you too.
Yeah, he took it for the day. I said, "Here's the keys." He came over while I was frying turkeys and hung out with me, and then I let him take my car. I don't ever let anybody drive the car.
Well, first of all, it gets about almost 50 miles a gallon. So
it does. Absolutely incredible.
He probably didn't use that much in the first place.
No.
That's all right. Well, that's a good thing to do when people actually honor, stuff like that, do what they're supposed to do.
I keep telling people what I'm getting. They're like, "Are you kidding?" I went, "No." I said, and I've taken pictures of the dash. They said, "What is that, just putting around the city?" I'm like, "No, I went to McKinney and back and ran around and took a picture. And I got 48.2.
That's pretty insane.
But it's HEVSE. So it's hybrid, electric, and gasoline.
Yeah.
Man, is it cool. I mean, every time I look down, I'm like, man, it's incredible.
Well, that's what our government should have promoted in the beginning.
Yeah.
If they were going to do anything, it just went haywire with just the full EV stuff and everything. But that's if you've never seen Landman, there's a clip on there about the turbines. If you're a believer that those things are helpful to the ecology or the environment, you need to watch that because that is point blank truth in that movie or in that episode.
Yeah, you got to kind of bite your tongue on the language a little bit because Billy Bob tells it like it is. I guess with everything he talks about.
But I really wanted to
so
play
true.
that clip because it is phenomenal about how factual that is about what everybody thinks those turbines are saving the environment and all this and that.
Yeah.
And you'd be shocked to really learn what they're about.
Yep.
So, but I can't play the clip.
Yeah.
It'd be slow slice and dice. They wouldn't
It'd
even know what
beep, 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 beep. Be like one of those old telegraph machines. Yeah.
Well, thanks. I hope everybody's kind of enjoying the clips. Let me know. I mean, I spend a lot of time searching for things to play and have some fun with. Just give a little break, in between the radio show when we're on a break on radio. Just let me know if you like them or not. If you don't like them, then I won't put the effort into it anymore. But if you do, I find it kind of fun, don't you?
Well, you laugh through most of it.
I know, but that's me.
Yeah, we're going to turn your mic off while they're playing.
For the show.
Okay.
I said, are you ready for the show? Please make welcome Ernie Chase and the Automotive.
Woo!
Sometimes you bend, sometimes you stand, sometimes you turn your back to the wind. World outside every darkened door, the blues won't haunt you anymore. With the breeze on free and lovers soar, come riding me to the distant shore.
To break down the Garden Gate.
The life, it's a highway.
Hey. (214-787-1190) is the number. That's 214-787-1190. It's the Automotive Ed Radio Show, helping you with all your automotive needs, whether you're buying, selling, trading, leasing, parts, service, or body shop. We got you covered. And so do the great folks over at Crest Infinity 121 in the Tollway. They're offering complimentary maintenance with every 2026 Infinity with a premium care maintenance plan. You get 3 years of complimentary maintenance. That includes oil change, tire rotation, and a peace of mind knowing that they're going to. Here's what's cool. When you buy the Infinity and you're getting these oil changes, they go through that car hoping to find something wrong because it's all under warranty. So when you leave, they went through headlight to tail light, checking that vehicle over to make sure that it is in the peak performance while you own that Infinity. Through the end of the month, 2.9% APR for 60 months on the QX60 and one of the hottest selling SUVs, the 2026 QX80. APR finance available with Infinity Financial Services with approved credit, regardless of down payment, plus tax, title, and license, and a $225 doc fee. See dealer for details. They're also, I'm going to tell you, even if you just want to sell your car, head over to Crest Infinity and let them bid that car. Used car market's on fire right now, and they'd rather buy it from you directly. And while you're driving the car, even if you're just thinking, they're going to go ahead and appraise your car for you when you get back. There's your bid, which is great. You don't have to work through your car deal and go, what's my trade worth? And then everything stops. They're going to let you know right up front. Experience the ultimate driving luxury with the 2025 QX80. There's good, there's better, and then there's Crest 121 in the Tollway in Frisco. Go to crestinfinity.com. That's crestinfinity.com and enjoy and live the Crest life. Okay, here we go. Top selling new for 2025. Would you like to guess what the top three are?
So does this include all?
Everything.
Okay. I'm going to say the top would be the Ford truck.
Yep. Number one. Number two.
The Chevy truck.
Very good. Very good. Chevy Silverado. So you got the F-150, Chevy Silverado.
Right.
Number three.
I'm going to step out here on a limb and go Toyota Camry.
Wow. Well, you did good with Toyota.
But it wasn't the Camry. It was
RAV4.
Oh, okay. Well,
They can't build enough of them.
that's cool.
Number 5
Hmm.
in the same category.
Okay. The Honda
Yep.
CRV.
Yep. Very good. Number 6.
Wow. You're really stretching me out here, aren't you?
Pickup truck. Pickup truck.
Okay, another pickup truck. Would it be the Tundra?
The Ram.
Oh, wow. Why wouldn't I think that?
Yep.
I almost
And
would
then
have
next
picked
would
that
be the
first.
GMC Sierra.
Okay.
And then jumping way up there is the Chevy Equinox.
Wow.
And I got to tell you, that Chevy Equinox, boy, have they refined, designed, and made that thing cool. Every time I'm up here at Eldorado Chevrolet McKinney, they're selling Chevy Equinoxes. Next is Tesla. I'm sorry, the Camry, then Tesla, and then the Toyota Tacoma.
Now, when you say Tesla, is there a certain model of that Tesla?
They just list as Tesla.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
You know, they want to be
That's
rude about
covered
it.
all of that.
Rude about it. Yep. And pickup trucks still dominate. And then you look at the RAV4, and I tell you another one that's moving up the chain very, very, very quickly, and that's the Nissan Rogue.
Well, that's a nice
which
vehicle
is their
right
top
there.
seller. And then you have the Sentra, which, you know, one thing, I am so glad that Nissan is sticking with cool looking cars.
And I'm also glad that they're sticking with names.
Yeah.
Because I do not like these vehicles that have all these numbers and letters, and I have no idea what that represents, and I have no recollection if I hear it related to a vehicle.
Yep.
Like I don't know what it is.
Yeah, what I say the other day that BMW has 21 different models and none of them have a name.
They're all numbers or letters and numbers.
They used to have the big sedan. It was called the Alpine, and I'm going, why don't you leave it Alpine?
I don't get it. I don't know. I don't know about you folk out there. If you like the numbers, I'd like to know. If you like the numbers on the vehicles versus the name, I'd like to know. I just want to know if I'm the oddball out here, but I don't relate these numbers to the vehicle. Like the Rogue, oh, boom, I get it. I see it. Equinox, ooh, I see it. I relate that name to the vehicle, but none of these numbers. I just can't. We talked a lot about different numbers on these vehicles, and
the only thing that that gets me when you're looking at a pickup truck, I know they're F-150s or Silverado, but they're still called the Ford F-150, the Chevy Silverado, GMC Sierra, Toyota Tundra, Tacoma, Frontier, Colorado, Canyon, and they've stuck with the name. The only thing you're going to change is 1500, 25, 3500, and then whether you're going, the XLT or the Raptor or the.
But that's what.
But they're still names.
Yeah, well, even like the 150, that really represents it's a half ton.
Yep.
Correct.
Correct.
The 250 is a 3/4 ton.
Correct.
And the 3500 is what, a 1 ton?
1 ton.
So I relate to that because I know that that's what that represents is the whatever the tow and weight or whatever that's really about. But that's about it. I mean, that's pretty simple. But QX this or XR that or whatever, I'm lost. I don't get them. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
I've always liked names, and you think about it up until the late 90s, early 2000s. There were so many things that really just started taking the names away and coming up with whatever. But the domestic has always stuck with it. When you think about it,
yeah, and I like that too.
Everything's got a name to it,
Mm-hmm.
and I just think bring back the names and just change the trim levels.
Right.
Like the Lincoln Nautilus, you have 3 different levels. You have a Nautilus, then you have Reserve 1, Reserve 2, Reserve 3, depending on how much equipment you want on
That's
it.
packages,
Same
right?
thing with the Navigator.
Right.
Yeah,
it's just packages. Each letter represents a bigger or smaller package. If it's an XL or XLT and all that, that's about packaging, right?
Yeah. The last time I saw a name on a Mercedes, you know what it was called?
I don't have
the
it.
compressor.
Yeah, well, I remember
And
that.
that was a
their
little
sports
2-door
car.
coupe. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that was their sports car.
Yeah. So then you have to go to the big bad boy, the Maybach.
Don't even remember that.
Well, there's you can still get the Maybach. They start like 350,000 and go up. It's their
Maybe
big,
that's why I
giant
don't know anything
luxury
about
flagship.
them.
Almost looks like a Rolls Royce.
Oh, okay.
But then you look at BMW. When was the last time you saw a name with the BMW? But then you look at, some of the ones that were always cool that you dug the numbers was Nissan. Remember the 220? Then you had the 240, then the 260.
Yeah, I
then
had
the
a 260Z once.
yeah, and then you had the Z. I mean, that was just cool. That was, isn't it funny how different the number was, but it wasn't the.
But they changed the number.
Z.
Yeah,
and then you had a bunch of them.
Yeah, Q20Z
Each
or
year
whatever.
or every 4 years, it graduated to
For the next
just a
one,
higher number, but
like
it was still
240, 260,
but it was still a Z.
280,
Yeah.
300.
Yep.
And so, was it every 4 years? I thought it was like almost every year.
No. Nope.
I love my 260Z, man.
Oh, I remember Sean Covington had this little light blue 240, and man, that thing was so cool. So cool. But there's a lot of them that have just gone to naming, and I am that guy that just really likes the brand. And Toyota has stuck with it, Honda stuck with it, and then pulling some of the old names off the shelves and bringing them back, like Honda's doing with the Prelude. I hope and pray that's not the design of it, but
are you seeing some sort of a rendition?
Oh no, you haven't seen it?
No.
Yeah, it's out there.
26 or what? Your model?
27.
Okay.
Yeah, if you look at the new Honda Prelude, I don't understand
why you've been complaining about their
why they did that.
Their design team anyway lately.
And Honda, I was a Honda guy for many, many, many years. After I got done with selling pickup trucks, I went to work for Mr. McDavid when he owned the dealerships, and I was his top Honda guy. I lived, eat, and breathe Honda. And back then, they were all named. There was no numbers, which they still are. And then I went to manage John Eagle Honda when Mr. Eagle owned it there on 11th Avenue. And then I retired running Toyota Dodge dealership.
You don't like that?
No.
Dude, I do. It's way different than the original.
What is this one here? No. That's not. Well, that's the Type R, but that's not the standard.
Oh, okay.
Is this what it looks like?
Is this more the standard I hear?
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. I think it looks pretty cool.
I do. I don't like it. You guys spend all the money to get some panache to it. Yeah. How blah is that?
Now that red kind of is weak.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah,
they need to let me be part of this.
It is not near as nice as the original Prelude.
Nope.
I agree with that.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. Quick break. Don't go away. We will be right back.
So you think that's the final version?
It is. Mm-hmm. Everybody I've talked to, they're going to be coming out.
Yeah. A little disappointed.
Yeah.
We begged and begged for it to come, and then when it gets here, you're sad to see it. Yeah, it's too bad. Well, it's, you've been pretty frustrated with the design team anyway, so why would you be surprised, right?
Yeah, they need to let me get on board there and help with the design.
There's a lot of, what would you say, lack of personality in those vehicles?
Yeah, when you look back,
it's hard to say really what you're meaning when something's not really grabbing you in a cosmetic look of a vehicle. But when I do go and look at that, if you brought that up, I've gone and looked at some of those, and it's just kind of blah. You just don't get an exciting feeling about the cosmetic look of a lot of those Hondas.
Yep, I agree.
But we just talk about them. We don't sell them.
Yep.
But the manufacturer itself is a great vehicle. Don't get us wrong. We're just talking about cosmetically. And, that happens sometimes along the way with a lot of different manufacturers.
They've gone super, super conservative.
Plain.
I don't understand the front end.
They've gone real plain.
It's so blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And they build one of the all around. And once you get inside, cool factor.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was saying.
The layout, the seating, cool. The wheels,
Top-ended vehicle, no doubt.
cool. The back end of the car, cool. The front end, wah, wah. I don't understand that. It's got that electric-ish look on the front end, like
Which-
their Prologue.
Right. Well, they probably use the Prologue front end to use it the rest of the way.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Since they may have to
because,
buy so many of them.
you look at resale, cost of ownership, residuals, everything. Honda's right there at the top.
Oh, it has been for years.
You know, every time I sold a Honda, I had a Honda trade-in. I never had a complaint.
No.
Some people are like, "Wow, I'll take that deal," just because the resale value on a car and how fast we sold the pre-owned Honda. I've been a Honda guy forever and ever and ever. My wife's had several Hondas.
So have I. I've owned about 3-4 Hondas, and actually driving the ILX Acura, which is the upper version of a Honda.
Yep. My son's first car, Colton, he had a blue Honda Civic.
Mhm.
So we've always been big on the Honda and Toyota. Now, for me, it's just
1 minute.
whatever I see and fall in love with at the time.
Now, right? And we might be sending new love here pretty soon. I sense it coming.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not. But you never.
I would say place your bets now. I get them in early. I'm giving it before the end of the year.
I like everything about my car.
Well, I know you really love the gas mileage because you do travel a lot around the Metroplex.
Yeah, Buzz, have you looked inside it?
No, not really. I think I poked my head
It's
in
got
it, but
the sport pedals. It's got the two-tone leather. I mean,
oh yeah, I saw the
it's
leathers.
It's a
Yeah, it's
good looking,
gorgeous.
and that new blue. I get compliments everywhere I go in it. I mean, it's a good looking rig.
Well, it's more gray than
Back line in
blue,
10
but I'll go for it.
I think
It's
you
like
think
that.
more gray.
It's like that Cordoba gray that they called Bonnie and Clyde's car, which was really tan.
Yeah, this one when you put it out in the sun, oh man, it's pretty.
Oh, it's gorgeous color. It's beautiful.
Oh, here's my wife's favorite singer. I wonder if she's tuned in. I know.
Neil Diamond.
Where it began, I can't begin to know it.
From Brooklyn, New York.
He put out a lot of hits, didn't he?
Yep.
Wasn't the spring
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. One of our newest great sponsors, Freeman Honda, right there at Wheatland and 20. Go down there and meet the group. And I tell you, I've got Mike Allen, who used to work with me, and I've said this before, Dave McDavid, you won't meet a nicer human being to buy a car from. You won't. That is the most laid back. I don't think I've ever seen Mike walk fast. Ever. I think if he was on fire, he would still walk slow.
Slow to get the hose.
And we had a
douse it.
nickname for him, and it was I forgot what it was, because there is no hurry in his game. But you know what? That's so good for you, the consumer, because if Mike has to spend all day with one customer, he will. And I'm telling you, Freeman Honda, when you look, Honda's never been really big here in the last couple of years on incentives and APRs or price points. Well, just go to freemanhonda.net. That's freemanhonda.net, and look at all the manager special. 2025 Honda Accord LX, $359 a month. You get a Honda Pilot, 3.9% finance. We haven't seen that. 2.99 on the Honda Accord, and then the Ridgeline, 0.99%. Haven't seen that. Just take a look. Go online. You got your hybrid, which I love the hybrid. Now, the front end of the hybrid, the Sport Edition, I like so much more than the other ones. And I love it in the red as well. And I do like their wheels because they're black and polished.
Yes.
2.99%. And then the Honda Civic, one of the top selling small cars, is just killing the hybrid Civic. They've got it all. And one of the top selling across the board, the 2026 Honda CR-V, they've already come out with 2.99% finance. But then we got to talk discounts and then service after the sale and everything else that comes with it. You get it all at freemanhonda.net. freemanhonda.net. Make your appointment and ask for Mike Allen. He will give you a whole new perspective on buying an automobile. Right there at 20 in Wheatland, that's Freeman Honda. I can tell you everything about this company because my brother retired after over 40 years with that company. Dane Miner, general manager. The standards set when it comes to your new Honda, and it does not get any better than Freeman Honda, I-20 in Wheatland, or go online, pick one out at freemanhonda.net, then talk to my buddy Mike Allen. Enjoy your Freeman experience at freemanhonda.net. All right. So here's the rundown. A lot of people you're waiting until the end of the year, and I think you're going to be surprised what's not available. In Kia, up to starting at the first of the month, they had 45% 2025 models, and they're dwindling quickly. Over at Classic Kia Carrollton, I was talking to Alan Glover yesterday, and I'm telling you, they want no 2025s on the lot come December.
Wow. Come December?
Yeah.
So that means if you're waiting until the end of the year, you're going to be just what they call out of luck.
You're going to get a 2026.
Yeah.
Nissan, I was talking to our buddy down there, Justin Crane, and he's got 30% only, but it's mainly the Sentra and the Pathfinders on his lot in 2025 models. Everything else coming into 2026. Chevy, I was talking to Jason Lawing, 9-time Chevy Dealer of the Year, Eldorado Chevrolet. We're right now $17,250 off a Chevy Silverado, only at Eldorado Chevrolet McKinney. 12% of his inventory is 2025s. But if you look at all the discounts that he's given on the 2026s, you're going to win either way at Eldorado Chevrolet. The Ford dealership, Grapevine Ford, I was over yesterday and talking to Cameron Martin and the staff. Got to say hello to Chaz Gilmore, the managing partner over there. Their inventory is dwindling on the 2025s. He's a little bit above 60% 2025s to 2026s, but you know, they order massive amounts of vehicles because when you're selling the kind of inventory that they're selling, they're heavy loaded up on whatever the model year is just to have the Ford on the lot. The true home of the love or leave it promise. Make your best deal at grapevine.ford.com. Now the luxury brand is completely different. There is a lot of 2025s out there. Your Audis, Mercedes, BMW. There's plenty of 2025 products out there. Their numbers are down. They're not selling what they thought. The big thing was the tariffs. Some people avoided tariffs or minimal tariffs. You look at Hyundai, they paid the $400 million in tariffs up front and did not pass that on to the consumer. So some people are jockeying for different positions, different mindsets, and some of them are just standing in there trying to fight the fight, and the markup is going to the consumers, and so their numbers are down. Once again, it never, ever, ever takes away from the quality of the product. I always feel for the salespeople who are the most important part of the auto industry, by far. And boy, did I get some pushback from a guy who goes, yeah, I've been on the assembly line without us putting them together. True. But if you don't have the right people selling it and they get all backed up, guess what? The assembly slows down.
To me, it reminds me, when you place importance on a situation like that, to me, it reminds me of you saying the first baseman is more important than the third baseman, or the shortstop is more important than the outfielder. It's all encompassing. Everybody's important,
yep,
but they're not being treated as the same. The salespeople should be up a lot more than what they are to make that more equal in the concept that I just mentioned.
Yeah, they're not going on strike. They're not doing anything except for trying to sell the product that you're building. That a lot of people complain about the hours and the benefits. And guess what? Salespeople don't have benefits. They don't have the retirements. They don't have everything set up that you do. If they're not selling cars, they make no money. They make no money. And they're working way more hours than the average person does anywhere else in the industry for less pay. And I really think the manufacturers instead of doing all the crazy advertising, bringing on all these celebrities that don't sell any more stinking cars
No.
in the world. I guarantee you they cannot tell me what the ROI was when they brought this person on.
Which means to tell you how many cars are sold from that person.
Return on their investment.
Yeah.
I guarantee you they don't have a number. And so why not take all these millions and millions of dollars and take and
Funnel
put
it.
that into the salespeople? If you sell this many, you're going to get this bonus as long as your customer satisfaction index is higher. You sell this money, this can be good. At the end of the year, if you've done this, the manufacturer is going to give you another bonus. It goes to the salespeople, directly to the salespeople. We would have less turnover. You'd be happier with the process if we put more time and effort and money into sales people, where you just don't have bodies out there winging it. You have true sales professionals. And my heart has always been with salespeople. I've worked for some of the best owners ever in the industry. And right now I'm working with some of the best owners in the industry that really care about people. And when you have that, it's nothing but a big benefit to you, the consumer. And I get a lot of pushback going, well, if we didn't have the timeout, if it shows up on the lot and nobody's selling it, what does it matter? What does it matter? You got to have good salespeople. And the manufacturers have depleted the markup in the vehicles, and they need to start incentivizing the salespeople to stay longer and make more money and have a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
Well, it just makes sense too, because the more somebody does something, the more knowledge they have, the more wisdom they get from all the years they've been in the business. Instead of, I want to go to a doctor that's been around a while.
Yep.
That may have known some different things along the way about what's wrong with me.
Yeah, you don't want to walk in and see Doogie House.
I don't want to see a guy that just got started. I'm sorry. I mean, best of luck to you, but man, I want somebody who's got a little history about that thing, and that's what I want in a car salesperson.
100%.
And there's no reason why these manufacturers shouldn't do that. And it's a shame that they don't look at it that way.
You want that sales professional.
Yes, professionals, what you said exactly, like any other professional, and they could have that, and a lot of them do. Some of the dealerships that we are sponsors of the show, we know that a lot of them do. They are at least trying to do that the best they can, but it should be more from the manufacturer too than just from the dealer.
No doubt about it. And that's what we want to do here on the Automotive Edge radio show, is help you and put you with the right people, where you're meeting a sales professional team when it becomes the second largest purchase of your life that you're being taken care of.
It's almost becoming the first purchase of your life is the way they're getting in. And so you want to have that situation that you're comfortable with your decision. And I'm just going to say it. The best way to get that is go to the automotiveedge.com. We have the QR code on our screen right now that will take you to that if you click on it. And just get in touch with Kurt and say, I'd just like to have some guidance, or hold my hand, or what do you think about this, or where should I go see to do? Why rob yourself of that?
That's right. 214-787-1190. Quick break. We'll be right back. Eye of the Tiger. Who sang that? Oh, boy.
I went blank. I don't forget.
Okay, I'm not going to tell you.
Well, don't tell me then. You're going to just dangle it out there like this carrot in front of a rabbit. I'm taking it away because you don't know where that carrot came from. Oh, boy. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. All right. What's going on here?
You know, it's funny. The two Pump It Up Queen songs were Queen, We Are the Champion,
That
and
one.
then Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah, they're all pumped up songs, aren't they? I guess they know how to do it.
Remember when Dirk Nowinski sang We Are the Champions?
Yeah.
They won.
It's hysterical.
What a disaster that was. But now he's an announcer. I haven't heard him announcing a game yet.
On radio or TV?
On TV.
Oh. They need to make him the general manager. I think it'd be so cool to have him as a general manager.
Oh, yeah.
You know that he could probably bring in such great players because of his just his personality, but his history of basketball.
Well, you know who was responsible for bringing him here?
Yeah, it was Donnie Nelson.
Yep.
Or Don Nelson.
Don Nelson.
Yeah.
And he was.
Well, I think Donnie was involved in that too.
Well, he was. He was a GM there. You had Donnie Nelson. He was actually a player, and then he was the coach in the NBA. I think he played for the Milwaukee Bucks, and then he came in as a coach of the.
Well, that was
Mavs.
Don, his dad, right?
Yeah, and then Donnie came in as
assistant coach or whatever, and then went to general manager.
He was in the front office, and they were really good with picking great European ballers. And got Dirk, and then you got Luka, and he's setting every kind of record. I forgot what it was. His first 6 games, whatever it was, 40 point. I mean, they were all triple doubles. He was on pace to do better than, I forgot what the player's name was, but absolutely incredible. And then they fired Nico, one of the smartest, which that was well overdue. But, the owner's like, we just can't deal with this no more. This was a bad deal. We bought into it. It backfired. But, here's the thing. They're putting all that pressure on that first-round draft choice. The kid's 18 years old. And they wanted him to come in and fully 100% replace Luka, which, here's the deal. He's much faster. He's a much better defender than Luka was, but he's not the scorer that Luka is.
It won't be. You don't find guys like Luka, Dirk, LeBron, Jordan, just these high visible talented players. You just don't think that you're going to draft this guy and that's who he's going to be. Yeah. You just can't draft these guys. Oh, that's the next Brady, because they only come around ever so often.
Yeah, and when you realize Brady was drafted like 11 or something.
Oh, he wasn't even a first round pick.
He went in the first. He went in the last round, and he was pick number 200 and something.
Yeah, exactly. Down, like way down. And so those things happen. The cream of the crop sometimes just pops, and you don't know who it's going to be, where it's going to be. But when they're there, you better recognize what you got. And
there's some of them that came out of college, like Jordan played for the Tar Heels.
Right.
I mean, you look at that group, Barkley,
sure,
playing at Auburn,
Kaleem Olajuwon, those kind of guys. But
Phi Slamma Jamma.
Oh boy, they were awesome. But Luka getting rid of him was an absolute complete shoot yourself in the head move. Right.
Yep. 214-787-1190. Got a few more segments here to help you with your automotive needs. Remember, go to theautomotiveedge.com. Send me your name and number. Let me step in and help you. The other thing, too, is Kurt Chase at Yahoo. Easy email to remember to send me your information and let me help you with your automotive needs, whether you're buying, selling, trading, leasing, parts, service, or body shop. We have you covered. Let's talk about another company that is up. When I'm sitting here going through everything, up 127%, and that's Volvo. Volvo is doing really, really, really well, but then it's got to come down to who and where, and that's Crest Volvo, 121 on the tollway. Right now is your chance with the sign and drive a new Volvo lease. They have a sign and drive now through November 30th. Lease any new model year 2025 or 2025 and a half or 2026 Volvo through Volvo Car Financial Services and enjoy the sign and lease holiday safely. 1.99% financing is also available on, let's run through this. EX30 and 40 and 90, the 2026 Volvo XC40, 60, 90, EX30, EX40. Now, there's a mouthful. There's all them numbers and letters. 5 or more available, no question about it. Plus TTNL license and doc. They have over 300 Volvos ready. They loaded up. Why? Because Volvo is doing well. It's its own entity and experience. Come out and test drive, pick the one that's right, and leave the rest to them. Head to VolvoCars.com. That's VolvoCars.com and enjoy and live your Crest life. Up 100. When you look at these numbers, and I'm going to run through them real quick. Tesla, believe it or not, is still up 33%. Chevy up 92%.
Wow. Boom.
And you look at their Traverse, their best-selling SUV, the Equinox, and then what they're doing with the Chevy Silverados, up to $17,250 off, only at Eldorado Chevrolet, 9-time Chevy Dealer of the Year. Hyundai up 122%. Cadillac up 185%. Kia up 29%. Honda up 19%. BMW is creeping up. You know, a lot of these guys are hit with the tariffs, so it's a little bit tough. GMC up 98%. Porsche up 188%. And thank God Porsche said, we're not going all electric. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Boy, they had to slam the brakes on that after saying it, didn't they?
They did. Volvo up 127%, like we said. Genesis up 24%. Genesis, I got to tell you, what a luxury brand automobile. That G90, if I could afford it, would be in my garage, and I wouldn't trade it quick. I love that G90. That is one of my top 3 favorite luxury vehicles. And if you want to look at a G90 or any of the G series or GV series, which is our SUVs, shoot me an email. I got a great person to help you with your Genesis vehicle. Mini, I'm surprised. I got a phone call after I said this about 6 months ago. I'm really surprised Mini is still around. And so they need to get rid of the Mini now because they're making them bigger now and just call it the Cooper. I don't get it. But, you know, I don't own the company.
How about the MIDI?
Lexus down 68%. Blew me away.
Ooh, that's interesting.
And this is same time last year over this year, U.S. registrations. Ram up 600%.
It's going to be higher than that when that Hemi comes out.
Rolls-Royce up 62%. Fisker, I'm still shocked they're around. Anyway, and then the numbers on Toyota show down, and that's just because they can't get enough inventory. That's one thing about Toyota. When those Highlanders hit the ground,
gone.
Probably
before they hit the ground.
I got to tell you, when the Grand Highlander, get in line. Go to Freeman Toyota and order your Grand Highlander. Get in the system. That way you're not paying crazy money for it with all the add-ons and everything else. Go to Freeman Toyota for your Grand Highlander. The Camry hybrids are coming in, gone. And, you know, all the Camrys now are hybrids. And then your Corolla, your Corolla crossover, unbelievable how fast these cars are flying off a lot. Now your Tundra with the twin turbo V6, they got rid of the iForce V8 out of the Tundras and Sequoias. Now with the twin turbo V6, people are loving them even more. And then you have the Land Cruiser that came out with Toyota, which looks way more off-roadish than its predecessor. You're going, the predecessor versus the older model. I had that backwards. Tomato. Is doing really, really well. And the price point starts out about $20,000 less than the previous Land Cruiser. So with Toyota, and I did have a guy bring down my attention, why are Toyota's numbers down? Is it recalls? But no, it's inventory. They can't keep up right now with their inventory on what's being sold. I had a buddy call me 4Runners. Boy, when they redid the 4Runners, my phone rang off the wall because everybody was getting premium for the top of the line 4Runners, going, I can't believe these things are, $50,000, $60,000. I'm going, yeah. If you're with the Platinum Edition, they jump up there. So with Toyota, it's strictly inventory. It's not for a lack of sales. It's for a lack of product on the lot. 214-787-1190 is the number. Remember, used car values are really high. Give it a bath. Vacuum it out. Get the French fries and the candy. Take a wet rag, just a wet rag, to clean your seats. I got people putting all these chemicals on it, and you're finding out that's maybe not so smart because if you're putting harsh chemicals on, it gets stains out. You got to have that water bottle right behind you, and you put the cleaner on it, and then you start putting that water bottle on it while you're vacuuming it out with a good strong, because that chemical will actually leave rings or marks or fade depending on how that vehicle. I had a a couple, they went to clean that car and he called up and he goes, man, I screwed up. And he showed me a picture of the interior. I went, row.
It's like leaving your glass of water on a table without coaster.
Yeah. He goes, what do I do? I said, you're going to spend about $1,200
Ooh.
and wrap it in leather. There was no way. I mean, it was terrible what it did. And he goes, well, this guy told me. I went, no. That was only for the carpet. The nylon on the carpet versus the seat, they are two totally different materials. And I felt so bad because they were so proud. But when it dried, it was a 4-tone.
Oh, poor guy.
Not a 2-tone.
4-tone.
I said, well, buddy, you're going to take it up to the dealer, and the first thing they're going to do is either have somebody come in that can do something with that cloth, or they're going to wrap it. Because the car was great. The mileage was great. The tires were good. The AC blew cold. Everything was right, except for what they cleaned the seats with. And it totally destroyed the material. And it'd
have been better off to bring it back with the Cheetos in the car.
Yeah, and you got to remember that the dealership's going to do it cheaper, and so you got some stains on there, some soda stains, whatever the case may be. I did have a very unique conversation. I didn't know that this still happened, but a guy called me and he goes, hey, I got this car and everything. And I said, okay, and we're going through it. And you know what he tells me?
Right.
Well, I got some seed burns in it.
Oh.
And I went,
I
haven't heard that.
I got that
in
of course.
30 years.
Yeah, that's a tough thing to have too.
He goes, yeah, I should clean it before I roll it. And I'm like, but okay, la. They can fix those.
But it's also with cigarette burns too. It's anything that you're puffing on that drops and it's hot.
You know what's really weird is I just don't, most cars don't come with ashtrays anymore.
Yeah, they don't.
I'm not seeing at all. I couldn't tell you the last time I saw a cigarette burn.
That's pretty well. People still smoke in their. They still smoke in their vehicle though. That's happening because I see it all the time. But I guess they're thumping it out the window or something because there's no ashtrays.
And I saw this guy post. He got a ticket for littering for flicking his ashes going down the road.
His ashes? No, I didn't get a ticket for that because that just blows in the
They called it
environment.
littering.
Oh, baloney. That's crazy. Well, anyway, I'm sorry about that. But the problem is I know this for a fact because I've been with people that do it, that you might click it out the window, but it still burns, and sometimes it blows to the back seat. Yeah. It doesn't really get out the window. Yeah. So I don't know why even people would want to smoke in their vehicle at all anyway. But I know they do.
I'm surprised all 7 kids are healthy after mom and dad with the windows up smoking. My dad non-filtered cigarettes. My mom Benson Edges 100. and whoever had to sit between them because there was 9 of us in the car and somebody had to sit on the front row. So they got the worst part of it.
They might have just let y'all have one and light y'all up.
That's right. Hey, let's take a quick break. We're going to get things wrapped up here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show on 1190, part of the iHeartMedia Network. Don't go away because we'll be right back. Rock T is watching.
Rock T? I don't see that.
You don't see it?
No, not yet.
I got Rock T.
Hey, Kurt, was there any car that you sold in the past and you were like, I just hate selling this car?
Oh, yeah.
Yugos.
I thought it was the one that they didn't deal a price on, where you had to sing. You talked about Saturn.
Well, I hated running the Saturn dealership, but I hated selling Yugos. But actually, I didn't. It was such a piece of crap. I mean, it's the worst car ever built. But the car was $39.95 without air conditioning and stereo. And every one of
4,000.
Yeah, every one of them broke down, and then the owner paid us what the car listed for to get rid of them, and he got rid of the franchise, and it was
brutal,
a disaster of a car. And then you had Geo, which was another turd ball that came out,
like a Geo Prism.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we had to sell those, and the people were in the service department every day. But my worst experience, it was just weird. They had me, Mr. McDavid asked me to go work over at Saturn for a while. The manager quit, and so I went over there and I had to sing that stupid Saturn launch song. You say, we say, we all say Saturn. And I was like, oh my gosh, I really had to do it too. He came over for my first launch to make sure that I was singing it. But I sold some cars, some pre-owned cars that I knew wasn't going to make it to the stoplight up the street. And it was tough.
Wow.
But you did what you did to survive, you know?
Absolutely.
But the Yugo, the Geos were really, the Saturn wasn't a bad car. Thing about it was they built a good car. It was non-negotiable. You paid sticker. Finance was preset.
Well, the Pinto wasn't much better.
Well, I didn't have the Pinto. I had the Ford Escort, which took over for the Pinto.
Oh, did it?
And that was my first demo, and it had no air conditioner stereo. So they gave you the keys, and it was a manual transmission, and you had to sell 10 cars to get your AC and 10 cars to get the stereo.
30 seconds till we're back live.
And I said, here, you can keep this car. I got a nicer car. And when I hit that 10, put an AC in one and give it to me.
That's some funny stories right there.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, they didn't matter to me.
I'm surprised there's not some people still looking for you.
Ooh, man, oh, man. And then the other thing that I didn't like selling, to Larry's question, was conversion vans.
Say conversion vans?
Oh, we had the Mach 3, the Mach 4, Ivory Coach, Regency, Choo Choo, which was at a Chattanooga, Tennessee. And, man, there was leaks and wiring and carpet and all these problems. Ivory Coach was the best. I didn't have that many problems from Regency was pretty good as well, but boy, when those people would come in, because you'd get the vehicle, then you'd have to call the manufacturer, then they'd come out and look at it, then they'd get a time to pick it up. And, it was a whooping.
I know. I guess there's different packages, too.
Oh, there were so many packages.
And it just made your head
And they
spin.
put that ladder on the back. I don't know who they thought was going to climb up that little aluminum ladder.
I remember that.
Oh, my gosh. And most of them broke. I'm like, who climbs up on top of a van?
Well, they expected people to do it, I guess.
I guess so. I was not that guy.
I guess they thought everybody was going to go to outside concerts or something. Need a place to sit.
Please don't talk about love tonight. Please don't talk about saying love.
214-787-1190. I want to thank everybody that joined in on the show, and I want to thank all my sponsors. Today is our 22 years on air, but next Saturday we'll be celebrating the 22 years on air at El Dorado Chevrolet McKinney, 9-time Chevy Dealer of the Year, fixed to be 10-time Chevy Dealer of the Year. And every time they win Chevy Dealer of the Year is our anniversary on how long they've been with us.
How about
I want
that?
to thank Chaz Gilmore and the great folks over at Grapevine Ford for 10 years on the Automotive Edge radio show with us, him and his staff. Driver's Edge Auto Repair, my first big sponsor, 22 years they've been with me on air come January 1. And I want to thank all the great folks over at Sun Tire, who actually own all the Driver's Edge Auto Repair, over 20 locations here in the Metroplex. And all the great folks. I mean, from Freeman Toyota, Justin Crane down in Burleson Nissan, David Gomez at Highly Acura, Jesse Hull and Kathy Hull at Classic Kia Carrollton, my buddy Jermaine Pearson. I just love that guy. Smile every time I say his name. Classic Buick GMC, Mike Brosen and his team at Crest Volvo, Crest Cadillac, Crest Infinity, and our newest sponsor, Freeman Honda, and our past sponsors that made the show very viable. Tom Ryan, who owned Metroplex Toyota, was my first Toyota store to sign, and he no longer owns the dealership, but him and Barbie Kirkpatrick jumped in there. And then Brian McFarland, who gave me my first big start, him and Pete Thompson with Chris Click and Scott. And I mean, I could just go Dan.
Dan Bradford.
Have all been a big part and encouragement from people like Bonnie Curry, but most importantly, my wife. My wife pushed me into a studio to do commercials with Scott Wilder, and without her, this never would have come to fruition. But she was one that said, go see Scott. And so I owe everything to my Lord and Savior for the voice to be able to talk, and for putting Melinda in my life to having the radio show. Without her, I'd still be, which not a bad thing, running dealerships. But anyway, we're going to be celebrating that, and I've got some great guests coming on next Saturday, so be sure to tune in. And if you've got any comments that you'd like to make, if we helped you along the way, we'd love to hear from you. That's next Saturday, our 22nd anniversary of the Automotive Edge radio show. So with that, remember, if you have an automotive need, I'm your guy. There's a lot of you single moms out there, unfortunately, really needing a lot of help. Let me know. If you have church members that are in need of a car, you hear them talking, send them to the Automotive Edge and have them leave me their name and number. I'll call them right when I get off air and help them. There's never a fee. A handshake, hug, or a prayer. I'll take all three. You can't pay me a dime. And I don't broker with dealerships. This is part of the ministry we set up when we started the show, was all this bird dog fee and broker's fee. No, thank you. If we save you time, go volunteer. If we save you money, go pay it forward. And we are not changing this business plan, so nobody can come and say, hey, we paid Kurt all this money to help us out. You will not hear that. Now, there have been a lot of people that have helped us with our adoptive teacher with school supplies, donating cars for single moms. We've had help with that. The money to help with therapy horses for kids with different ailments. And so that's what we do with any of the money that comes in. When they make the little note on the check that says adopt a teacher, whatever, that 100% goes there. We go buy the supplies, we deliver directly to the school and help the teachers. So I want to thank everybody, because you have blessed so many teachers over the years and fed families during the holidays. And that's what this show is all about. The show has been a catalyst to help people with their automotive needs, but more so to help others in need. And until the good Lord calls me home, we will not change this business profile at all. So remember today to turn off those electronics, get reconnected, tell that person you love them. That's so important. Versus, what'd you say? I got another text message. You got to do anything. Turn your cell phone off. Put it down. Take that person by the hands and just tell them how much you love them. Put the phone down and listen to what your kids are saying. And don't bring your laptop, iPad, or cell phone into a restaurant. Leave it in the car. There's nothing more important than the time you can have with your family. And the holidays are always a great time to get reconnected. Well, Dad's back on his phone. Oh, Mom's on her phone. They're on Facebook. They're on this. They're on TikTok. That's not important. It's the kids in front of you. And now you've put an electronic device in front of them. That's not the way to do it. Put it down as electronics. Talk to them. Communicate. Teach them to quit saying like. So many things we can do. And so thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody up there. I hope everybody has something to put in their belly this
next Thursday.
Yes, sir. And then we'll be back the next Saturday for our 22-year anniversary celebration.
And want to remind you that if you've been tuned into our social media sites, like and share the broadcast. That does help get out there when you do that to your timelines and stuff, so that we're here to help. And when they see that, maybe they'll get encouraged to want to tune in and find out more how to do things with their automobiles, because we do share a lot of things like that. Other than that, want to say have a blessed and safe weekend and a super Thanksgiving Day next week. And then that's next Saturday, we'll be live at El Dorado Chevrolet with the 22-year celebration for the Automotive Edge.
And
have a great weekend.
And one thing real quick, I want to thank Ralph Paul with your CBD store. Go to your CBD store, Keller.com. and start changing your life today. Just talk to them. That's your CBD store, Keller.com. Remember, all these folks are on my website at theautomotiveedge.com. And no New Year's resolutions needed. Just start it today, changing your life. That's your CBD store, Keller.com. God bless. Have a great weekend. Larry, great job back in studio. And we'll be back next Saturday here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show on 1190 KFXR, part of the iHeartMedia Network. Be safe.